Hi everybody! Hello! Hi! Hello! Hi! Hello! Hi! My
Hi.
keyboard isn't working, I can't switch my expressions. Hi! Hi! Hello!
Hello.
Hello! Oh, there we go. Okay, see now it reacted.
Hi.
Hi! Welcome to the 5th stream. This is taking a while. Hopefully after this one it'll be just one more. I want to speed things up in Act 6. I have way more overall thoughts about it anyway. Like there is so many more, I guess, disconnected scenes in Act 5 itself, it feels to me, at least from my memory, while in Act 6 there are like scenes just take longer and there's less of them per sub-act and sub-intermission. That's what I've always I guess saw it as, or maybe I remembered it as. I don't know now. So hopefully, yeah, that. But also, we won't be going page by page. We won't be going page by page. I will try not to, at least. Sorry, that's a bad burp, and I hate myself for that. Actually, not that. No, I don't. But still, I'm sorry. Okay. Hello, Ria. Hello, Doc. Hello, Azur. The slander is real. Yeah. Hello, JG Enigma. Hello, Izen. And that's everybody for now. Oh no, JL, hello. Isn't this part 5? Well, yeah, this is part 5. Is it?
You named it part 4. You were accidentally correct for the first time.
Oh no! Shut up! No. This has to be corrected. There we go. Changed. You can.
It has to be wrong. Do you mean? But
you can refresh.
Yes.
You can refresh, and now it will be correct. Hello, Betty. All right. So, yeah, I don't have anything else. Though I do think that okay, maybe actually I'm gonna say something here right now. If at any point I go past a scene or past a detail or past a conversation that you really like and you want my thoughts on it, or not maybe a specific conversation, but like just an overall thing about a character, about like an element of the world, stuff like that, you know. Just you want my thought on something, you feel free to ask it, you know. Feel free to ask in chat. If I go past it and I don't mention it, I think that'll be a good thing if we establish that. So yeah, you feel free to do that. Now, let's get back to the presentation, which is just this. So let's get back to the comic instead of the presentation. Okay, where is this overlay? I can't.
Wanna stand to me?
Yes, in a second. Hold on. Where the hell is the thing? There it is. Okay, wrong thing. There we go. Okay. To you, really? You want me to stream to you?
If you want that.
Okay.
Yay! I was touching my index finger.
Okay.
There's.
It changed without refreshing. What the frick, we're living in 2094. I didn't know it did that. Wow. Of course, PM jump scare. The green. Okay. This is actually a good song also for this, because it's lobby music. Like this specific song that's playing is called Breeze. It's from Volume 10 and it's for John, but it's still lobby music, so it can play for Doc Scratch. I did want to sort of go really quickly through these too. So like we're gonna do scene by scene in Act 5 still, but we get to Act 6, we're gonna be more overall, hopefully. Okay, this one. This is goddamn. Okay. I don't remember which order I did these in. That doesn't really matter right now, right? But like this, this messed me up. Because you really don't expect what's gonna happen like this. You don't expect this. You do not expect this. And then John is still like oblivious, and you're like in a complete. You just don't know what's happening. Complete mystery, right? And then you see this. It's like, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know what else to say. It's just a good scene. This is great. I feel like a lot of people forget about this because it happened. It's important. Also, like last time that Liv Tyler is in any way important. R.I.P. Well, last time Liv Tyler is in any way important because she dies, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Furious.
You can't do too much after you die.
This is very funny.
You're kind
Oh
of
god.
limited by that.
Yeah, we missed that. Gosh, there is like this again. I think this is. I guess you could compare it to that. I was gonna say that this is a little like this whole thing with these panels. It's really similar to, well, the stuff just before the finale, just before Collide, right? It just kind of wraps up character stuff, which that didn't do in full. This I think does a better job of that. I'm still grateful that we got what we got in the final intermission, definitely. But yeah, goddamn, I was so happy to see Dave's sprite back. I don't know what else to say there, but I just wanted to acknowledge that because Jade's sprite in general is really interesting.
I wanted to say it was easier to do that before the end of Act 5, but not too much because there were already so many interchanging plots by then.
Jade's
So yeah, it just did do a better job.
Jade's sprite is so cool. Like, obviously, you kind of, the first time around, you kind of don't get what's happening with her. Later on, when you realize that all of these different iterations, even just like dream selves that die, get their own like ghosts, that obviously puts a new perspective on things, which doesn't really go very far. Like, later on, Jade, after God Hearing, does sort of say that, oh, Jade's sprite is part of me, somehow, and I have her memories, but like, I don't know how to feel about that. There is a scene like that later, but the whole thing of like, you know, dream selves having ghosts, that's not explored pretty much at all after this.
Yeah,
which
no, not really.
is sad, right? Because like, again, there is that less later on in the comic, despite a lot of the intermissions being like set in these dream bubbles, right? And we have already this guide to the ghosts. Despite that setup, like, we stop caring about duplicates for some reason, which was like one of the cooler things in Homestuck to me. Also, blah. I'll read chat because I see there's stuff. This is the original John we followed at the start too, the one who died Typheus. No, yeah, that you don't get that reveal in this part of the scene yet though, which is also super cool. Like that they suspend that. Like, this in general, this section we get going through these panels. I think there isn't like any. I think it wouldn't be too far off from the truth to say that this is like some of the best that Homestuck has to offer, just in general, in terms of like writing, having satisfactory interactions, you know. And this, because I was sad that we saw Nepeta wants to talk to Jaspers. Like, why didn't we get to see that? Especially since this was like after Nepeta's death, right? Oh, okay. Well, now I clicked this. I didn't mean to, but yeah. Oh yeah, and this too, right? Cause, man, I don't know. This is good, especially since it. This is like a sibling moment with him, where there is a moment of like, I think if I recall correctly, when I was first going, because I have scatterbrain thoughts. Sorry. Dave and Rose always had that back and forth going on, right? Like that ironic back and forth too. Like, we think of Dave as the irony guy, but this is also like a moment where we have, because Rose always does want to understand people, but she always like approaches it in a way where you can like, you roll your eyes at it, right? The whole her psychoanalysis shtick does oftentimes come off as a little like jokey, as a little non-serious, which probably should, because psychoanalysis isn't that, you know, serious of a science.
Yeah.
But in general, here this conversation was like, Dave was sharing a little bit of his insecurities with this person that he's usually being completely ironic with, right? I think that reading that for the first time when we were there, that was really like powerful to me too. It's a self-hating I'm a self-hating Homestuck because I'm a Homestuck that doesn't like realistically over 30% of the comic. Oh, you're a self-hater. Okay, yeah. As in, first Homestuck was like the person who likes the comic, and second Homestuck was the name of the comic. Okay, I was confused by that sentence. Was it just too combo? Well, the latest point on the timeline that Liv Tyler is important at the least, except no, because the Liv Tyler was made in 2011 and died in 2009, yeah. Cascade is unironically better, and a lot of people say that. I'd say no. Like, I think that's just the whole thing of like the build-up being more powerful, right? But I wouldn't say it's a better ending. Like just viewing it leaves so much like open. And despite whatever you have to say about Act 6, and believe me, I have a lot of bad things to say about Act 6, but just like Act 5, Act 4, I had those things to say. Act 6 is just longer, so there is more gripes I can have with it. To me, Cascade never seemed like an ending, and I never understood the perspective of it being like something that could be interpreted as one or like viewed as one.
Yeah,
like,
not really.
I get the whole thing of like if you're dissatisfied with Act 6, just saying, oh, I stopped at I just stop at Cascade. Let's not get there, but like Cascade is the ending for me. I guess that makes sense, right? But it doesn't make sense as an ending to a comic, though. So, like, I don't know. Never got that. But sorry, Izan. I hope that doesn't like, yeah. Cascade and Green Stack. No, yeah, I get that.
I mean, Collide also does leave quite a few things, and episode 7 do also leave quite a few things open. But I think that's very in theme. Act 7, yes, and Collide do also leave a lot of things open, but they do it in a different way, and I think also leaving things open to interpretation is very Homestuck-like.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. There is a line you can draw between specifically leaving things up to interpretation, or I didn't feel like making this comic anymore. That's why we're not getting this explored. There is a lot of examples that you could I guess. Well, no, there is.
I know, I get you on that, and I can see that in a lot of parts of the later Act 6, but I don't really see that in the ending itself. In the actual physical ending in Collide and Act 7. I think those are made with love.
They absolutely. I'm not saying they aren't, right?
Yeah, no, it's just that Husky was probably tired of.
Well, that's the thing. They should have taken another break then, in my opinion. But
I know.
I think the reason why a lot of people, especially OG fan, if an OG fan has like gripes against Act 7 and the ending in general, it's usually because of the fact that there wasn't much of much like fanfare around it. Because I have heard that a lot of people did not see that coming as like an ending. They just remembered from way back in the day that there would be 7 acts to the comic, and they didn't expect Act 7 to be a single flash, and that's it. A lot of people back in the day that didn't read the news, they just saw, oh, there is a new Flash. They were caught off guard by this sudden like, oh, just this is the end. I think that also is like a big part of why there are a lot of people who are dissatisfied with that end. I wouldn't say it's bad. I wouldn't say the word bad, but there is a lot of stuff that you could wish for from it, and I know that also the reason why a lot of people don't like the epilogues is because they thought that they would flesh out things that they were left to that were just left ignored almost, you could say, normally. And they just didn't deliver unnecessarily that. And they didn't do what they expected an epilogue for Homestuck to do. That's what I've gathered, right? Like that, because that's just related to the topic of the ending. But okay, we're getting like back on track here because Act 5, Act 2.
Yeah. Act 7 is still quite a bit away.
Yeah. Oh no, Cascade on own feels like a massive cliffhanger that makes you beg for more. Cascade is really good to me. It doesn't work as an ending, but as a really cool animation for a turning point moment. Yeah, exactly. I just don't understand describing it as a better ending. Did she say episode fake Stucky? Yeah.
Maybe I am a fake. What are you gonna do about it? Cancel me?
Cascade and maybe Game Over have a feel that Collide doesn't really replicate. Yeah, that's a personal thing, I guess. Game Over definitely had a vibe. There was a lot of stuff being just unsure that definitely made me think of the earlier days of the comic. Collide leaves things open, but less things, and the stuff it leaves open is less necessary stuff. I wouldn't say less necessary. That's the thing. Like, I always come back to this. Dirk and Jake, like in those panels without words after Collide and before Act 7, they just sort of like there is nothing of them that is like satisfactory or anything. Like they don't get anything actually resolved. There isn't a conversation they have, because you gotta remember the beef they had in Act 6, Act 5. Right? Well, not the beef. I'm describing it like in a not untrue way, but you know the whole situation that wasn't between them, that started for us readers in Act 6, Act 5, and was on pause effectively for the entirety of Act 6 and all of its sub-acts and sub-intermissions. All of that, their whole relationship was on pause. That's why also I feel like most of Homestuck taking place during one day, and then another, the other half, the other, I guess, more than a quarter taking place on another day is a little harmful to it. Like, it harms itself doing that. It's a cool, like, idea, right? But there's like, there could have been more to be explored there, you know? It's... Because it's not just that, oh, I want more, right? Because, let me tell you, I played Outer Wilds on this channel, right? And in that game, I'd say, yes, I wanted more, and obviously there I got more with the DLC, I'm not finished with that yet, and I'll definitely be saying, oh, I want more after I finish the DLC. But in general, I was satisfied with the game. I was satisfied with the ending and what the game gave me. With Homestuck, there is a lot I would want. Like, I can't say that oh, you know, it's a good ending when your gripe is that you want more. I can't say that with Homestuck necessarily. Again, I actually really like Collide. I love it, in fact. I would put it, like, if not on the same level, if not above Cascade for me, honestly. But yeah. Both of things actively happening while most of Collide's build-up is to logs and logs and logs and logs. No, that's the thing though, because that's like also the heart of Homestuck. Them being logs isn't really a bad, like, you know, a bad aspect to me. Like a lot of the build-up being that, especially since I guess we do get way more panels that just don't even have any narration. They're just art in Act 6 as a whole, and that too I felt kind of harms the comic. I felt that, at least. I don't know. That's my personal feelings. And again, I'm just expressing myself here.
I don't see how that would be, actually.
Okay.
I can't wrap my mind around that.
Hello, random neighbor.
Discuss
Welcome.
about it when you get to like Act 6, though.
Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's get on with this. I don't really have much more to say about this scene as a whole, except the fact that that these guys are here. That's cool. Oh god, yeah, right, because this. I think. Oh my! What the hell was that? That was like really weird echo of what I just said, but like really weirdly distorted.
I don't know. I just moved my chair around a bit.
Right, and did they have the whole thing of like the actual moon That's like going off into the furthest string is overlapping with Dave's dream. I like that reveal too a lot. Oh god. Not this. Not this. Clunky hitboxes. Logs wouldn't have been bad if there was also something to look at besides mostly character sprites sitting on the platform. Nah, I think I thought those were fine because it started with those. You got back on track with the characters in that final intermission at the very beginning of it, and then they went on to do their own things on the different places, preparing for their own battles. I thought that aspect of it was good. I thought that at least the idea of that's a good structure to me. I don't really think Jake and Dirk needed to get resolved. It gets looped into me with the characters live their lives and grow on Earthsea where it's not explored in Collide. I understand that, but it really felt like when we were at Act 6, Act 5, that really felt like something that should have been like a thing in the comic, right? As well, I guess maybe part of that was how how I saw like so many things in the fandom hyping up Dirk Jake, right, in general, but I don't know, man. They're really, again, since there was such a big pause, I expected like this also them to have like a thing going on at least before the end. The whole like the pause on any development those two characters would have, especially with Jake not really being able to move anywhere while just being limited to talking to Tavro's sprite. It's weird, man. Like. I would definitely have rather had just them have something that resolved their thing. Like just I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm trying to express here. The reason why I'm like hesitating on saying like everything that I'm saying right now is because specifically I'm seeing contrary opinions to mine right now, and I don't want to offend anybody here.
And also, we're still in Act 5.
Yes. I guess when we get to those topics, then I'll just refer back to what I said here. And yeah, this funny. Total success. This was great.
Yes.
This also, like, this John's meeting Vriska for the very first time, right? Doesn't have any memory of Vriska, like, at all, basically. And yet they still have that chemistry, right? They still have that thing going on where John is basically on Vriska's level conversationally, which is like amazing because you really don't expect that when you look at this duo, right? You would not expect that. Oh, this is beautiful too. The neighborhood fading into the thing, yeah. There is. When I was at this part, I already was feeling nostalgic for like this imagery of these houses, and now combined with John's land, that was fantastic. My Wi-Fi is still absolute dog crap, and now oh hello Venren, sorry I didn't say hi. Running on 144p to compensate. Logs wouldn't have been okay, right? Already read that. Oopsie doopsie. Maybe we should put a ban on like 6th discussion until it happens. Maybe, yeah. Spider Breath S tier ship forever and ever. I get it, yes. Especially when it's June. And I don't mean the month. God! Somehow, Homestuck does like just environment shots so well. Like, look at that. And like the actual like parts of the town here, this is very simple, and this is very simple and basically copy pasted like the buildings, and yet it's like it's good, man. It's good.
It's very good, yeah.
Is it the lake? Oil in the lake, freaking oil spill. Oh yeah, and that turning, yeah, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I don't have much here. talking about her mom a little, very small because she dies. I don't know. Won't go over specific things they say, obviously, but I am going to gawk at the art like, oh my god!
Still awesome.
Absolutely. I love you, horror terrors. They too should have
Horror
had,
terrors.
they too should have had a bigger role other than making people go grimdark, just in general.
Yeah, I don't really do anything in Act 6 today.
Despite, again, them literally all of those characters in the intermissions literally just being in the furthest ring, and horror terrors are just not relevant.
Yeah.
Despite one of the things that like pushed Rose to do her whole research and delve into the broodfester tongues, like one of the things that pushed her to that was apparently the fact that while she was like approaching Grimdark, the horror terrors basically told her that they were being massacred, which was Lord English's thing, right? So like the fact that didn't come up in Act 6 anymore aside from like us seeing some corpses in the Caliborn Enter animation, aside from that, there was nothing of them, which is weird. And yeah, this god. This was, yeah.
It was.
It was. I remember how Azura reacted to it. He was like, ah, GG's. His eyes went wide. I think the Act 6 ending was fine, but in a meta sense, it was so unsatisfying to and inadvertently caused an explosion of fanworks depicting what they think should have happened. I think that is funny. That's what's also funny is that I've been like kind of fantasizing about my version of that kind of fan work in my head recently. Specifically one that has a focus on Spade Slick. Maybe I'll show you guys some art that I did of that.
Hell yeah. Look, honestly, with how much Homestuck card you've done, you could like encapsulate all in another presentation and make one stream all about showing that.
No,
I'm
not doing it.
I know, but you've made it that much. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. The copy-pasted houses really fit the endless American suburb aesthetic exactly. Endless American suburb, all freaking words capitalized, amazing. Yeah, horror terrors eventually just become things that get murdered by LE. Same for the ghosts! Despite the furthest ring being the setting for a lot of Act 6. I still do not understand that. I do not. I just don't get it. I so badly need media like Homestuck but is it Homestuck, dude? I went in wanting to a slice of early 2010s culture, and Homestuck spat me out with a gaping void, endlessly wanting something like it. I thought I had something like that in mind. Okay.
Did hear like recently about something that was comparable to Homestuck from someone, but I forgot what it was.
I don't remember the name, but it's like there was this website that kept up with like football matches, and the person that made that website, like American football basically, right? And the person that made that website like included into that website just like a fictional story based on American football that is like basically reads like Homestuck, but it's like it because you go on like with panels and you have like just dialogue, like it's you see things, you read things on the stuff, and that's that, right? And it's about two sentient satellites in the future observing the Earth after everybody has reached immortality, and there's also like philosophy related to American football. I haven't read it, but it's stuff that I heard about it.
That's crazy.
That's
cool.
That is one piece of media that people consistently reference as being similar to Homestuck.
Well, I've never seen that reference, but I'm pretty sure I wasn't told about that, but this is cool.
17776. Yes, that. 17776 mentioned. I love football. I never. I didn't. I did not watch it. Did not read it. Did I describe it well at least? That was my like assumption of what it was. If you want some of that like chat log aspect, like early internet aspect, Venren, then I can recommend what was it called? Hypnospace Outlaw. It's basically like old internet simulator. It's cool. And aside from that, there is also, I guess if you are looking for just chat logs, there is Emily is Away. I remember watching a little bit of it on YouTube. I meant to play it at some point, but I never did. Emily,
I played a game about chat logs like a month ago or two. It was pretty nice, but it was very short.
what was it? What is it called?
I think it's Left on Red.
Okay.
So Left on Red.
Let me
I
actually
don't
look
think
it
it's
up.
very known, but it was nice.
Let me look that up. Oh, oops.
Mm-hmm.
Left on
It was a way
Red.
more grounded in reality story than anything you were talking about here, really. But it was nice.
I don't think I've seen this around. I think also if you're Venren, if you're looking for maybe less of the whole like early internet thing, and you're looking for like ridiculous world building treated seriously by the characters, go look at West of Loathing and Shadows over Loathing, because that is like the whole game.
Yeah.
It has incredible, consistent world building with great funny characters, and yet the whole entire world, every concept in it is parody of something else. And it treats all of the ridiculousness so super seriously. There is a war in hell between cows and clowns, and it's treated super serious. It's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah. The second game, Shadows of Loathing, it was a bit too long for me. I didn't really finish it, but I still enjoyed it from what I played.
I have Shadows of Loathing, and I meant to play it, but again, one of the games on my backlog. I have decided in terms of
Luna, when are you gonna finish Shadows of Loathing so I can play it? And I said, well, okay, I'm tired of it. I wanna see how you play it, so I'm just gonna consider myself done. And then you never played it.
Yeah. I decided that I wanted to play, in terms of narrative RPGs like that, I wanted to play Disco Elysium first, which is coming. I just need to finish either Undertale Yellow or Outer Wilds first. I don't want to have too much stuff on my plate.
How did you decide to put it from I wanna play this right now to I wanna play this after my
I have phases like that where
74 parts plan?
Listen, I have phases like that where I have like moods of I want to play this game right now, and I had that for Disco Elysium a while ago, which made me decide on that. Anyway.
I know, but you went back on it and put it back in the backlog.
Okay, you didn't need to sell it more, but now I'm hyped about the Loathing series, I'm assuming. Hi, Sad.
Hey, Sad.
Hi.
Yeah, I also very much recommend the Loathing series. Very good games.
A war in hell between cows and clowns. That sounds delightful. It's not too big of a focus, but it has very showing effects on the world that you actually explore in West of Loathing. And I also love the partner mechanic, because at the beginning of the game you get to choose a partner, and they don't necessarily they don't shape what you are able to do, because West of Loathing is the kind of RPG where you can just go anywhere at any point and stuff, but your partner and their motivation will definitely steer you in a certain direction. Like choosing Doc Alice, which is one of my favorite character, makes you way more able to explore this the dead are rising and we have to do something about it aspect of the game. And you can do that normally too, but her just being there and having her commentary of every single thing you see does have effect on how you perceive that whole storyline, which is all, I think, great. I love Doc Alice. She's a fantastic character. She's like an old doctor that constantly drinks like full bottles of whiskey and doesn't get drunk off of them. She's just really apathetic. And I love her. Anyway, yeah. I'll stop talking about West of Loathing. Okay, so this, I was really satisfied with this because, like I said, basically throughout the entirety of the comic, so there are so many like characters that most people would say are side characters, and they they are side characters that are just so good, have such good setups for their characters that you just think, oh, I wish there was more of them. I wish they were more relevant to more things. But despite there being so many pages, so many panels, so many chat logs, like. Acts 1 through 5 all take place during the same day, so there is only so many actual events that these side characters can be like involved with, including Nana, which is sad because she's great. I definitely still stand by the fact that there should have been just more scenes on the Golden Ship in general, and those including more scenes with Nana, considering that she's somebody that she would be a grandparental figure to John. Like, she was literally growing up for 3 years on that Golden Ship. I wish we could have seen some of that and how Nana handled it with him, blah. Anyway, yeah, cool. These, yeah, bang 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 bang. Okay, serious business. And Fedora Freak too. This was a little, again, another part of like little exploration of like the world outside of what we are seeing immediately, outside of the most relevant events, which later on Act 6 kind of only shows us the most relevant stuff after a while, which gets a little tiring for me. I'm not gonna lie, it got a little tiring for me that we always only saw the most relevant things, unless it was Caliborn. Like, we know, no, like nothing side silly, not much at least of it. I felt that way at least. I don't know. But yeah, Fedora Freak's story, absolutely fantastic.
So out of nowhere, but so charming.
Yeah, it's so charming, and like also kind of just sad, because this is just a real person, had a whole life before the cataclysm, and now has to adapt to all of this. He's taking it really well. I mean, he's he's a businessman with a business plan, and he has a whole thing. Also, Nana's story here, I actually always forget about that, how she does talk about like her own past here. This is great because we don't get this for much of the other Guardians, right? Dave and Rose in B2 definitely do get that, but like I would have liked to see that for like Jade in B2 maybe. That would have been cool, but obviously Jade has no way of knowing really. That's a little sad. But just seeing that for Nana, that's great, and her like getting some info on just her upbringing, how she wanted to escape the battle, just these details, absolutely freaking oh man, absolutely freaking like phenomenal to read about here.
Yeah,
true. Yes. Dave doing the quest, which we still don't know much about. Dave Sprite doing the quest. Didn't really have much here. I think the fact that the Ringer turned into the Khaled Welch again after all, there is something probably there thematically. I don't think I'm smart enough to really understand it. I still have to watch that freaking video on Dave's character arc throughout Homestuck. I still have to watch that video essay. I forgot about it completely. But yeah, this is where Jade Sprite gets a little more confident about herself, and she does the thing that she needed to do there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, she does do the spacey thing. Yeah.
That's the thing though. Again, right? Jade Sprite like has this moment, and then immediately after she gets fused into Jade, and they're just one person, and there isn't much acknowledgement of Jade Sprite's feelings afterwards, because God tier Jade, even though she's both of them, doesn't really know how to feel about things.
Yeah.
Don't really remember much about this, because this is definitely where John tells her of how he died, right? Oh man, hold on, let me.
Right. Yeah.
This is and this is the actual first time we see this thing, and God, I just love it, right? Because one of the things that I just think are phenomenal about in Act 6 is John doing the biggest windy thing with this. It's a payoff that I specifically was like looking forward to. I've seen some like read-throughs on YouTube. I've seen some live blogs, and I know that in terms of new people reading the comic, I was like in the minority of like remembering this and wanting this to be paid off. So the fact that it did was fantastic for me. I just wish a little that the other kids' instruments and their interest in instruments would get brought up a little more, because that was definitely a big part of their characterization too at the very beginning, or like their theming as characters, you know, the things that we saw them do. Jade with the guitar, Rose with the violin. Those things kind of dissipated, and I know that there is sort of an acknowledgement of that, right? But still, I feel like that's more so like an excuse, the fact that Jade was... Well, Rose at least. Jade I could definitely see being way more apathetic while, you know, seeing John die and stuff, not really wanting to do anything. But maybe like before the retcon, blah, I don't know.
Blah.
Blah. I have 5 tabs open for Rex, thanks guys, nice. Snap, we're getting Fedora Freaky. The thing I recommended is more like an original MSP8 than Homestuck TBH. It was made before Homestuck and has some more of a horror theme. Oh, hold on, Ruby Quest, did you say? I remember hearing about it because it won like an early on freaking contest, right? Like an MSPFA contest before, but like when those were still like way more based on problem sleuth than Homestuck. I remember something about that. Ruby Quest has a sequel called Nan Quest. Nan? Wait, Nan? Nan like Karkat goes to a convention Nan, or different Nan?
Nan, what is it spelled, like Nan?
Yeah.
Oh, so like not a number. That means not a number.
Yeah.
It's a programming thing.
Tom Cardy reference? Yes. Correct. He's been on my mind. I freaking love Transcendental Cha-Cha-Cha and HS. Not related to Homestuck. It stands for hot shit, you know. Those two songs and their music videos have been living rent-free in my mind for the couple last weeks. They are fantastic. I didn't even realize the piano is right there way early into the story. Yeah, it's cool. Waving to Typheus. Again, that's actually a cool thing, I think. The thing of these denizens are what's considered a regular part of the game being treated all mystical-like, despite you know, these characters being involved with all sorts of you know, game-breaking shenanigans, stuff that's not supposed to happen according to the formula of the Incipisphere, you know? Just despite that, getting that stuff, it's cool that the fact that denizens are treated like that, but just like even from afar, I wish they had more relevance. Just because they are designed to have relevance to the character, you know? Like that's part of their whole thing, and we don't really get that with many of them. Stalling. This is a good picture. I think I heard something of it's outside. This too, yeah. And this is where he wakes up. And this is where he decides to go after Rose. This being used too. So cool. Did
Yep.
Karkat Goes to a Convention have a character named Nan? Yeah, she's one of the main characters. Because I know I've read like the beginning of the comic, not the entirety. She's one of the main characters, dude.
Well, why is she?
Because
Why?
she's cool.
Oh, okay.
Mission accomplished. Taking the world. What you want to So
Yeah.
dumb. Wait, this thing is gone too. Friendly enemies are here. Silvering is still missing though. Where? Yeah, okay. Oh. Come on, don't kill Jade. Yeah, this is where this happens. Cause yeah, that makes sense timeline wise. I forgot that was like when that went on. Huge relief. That's important to this Carapatian man, you know? Notice. Notice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Kaboosh. Uh-oh.
Ow.
Oh.
It's sad.
That's gonna hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God, Jade and Karkat, fantastic stuff. I love the like this duo in just conversations in general. The fact that Kanaya joins in on this later too. I have to reread this conversation when I have the time because it's just a joy. It is just a joy. Hup.
Listen, Freakas, I am going to need a password before we continue.
Yeah,
Please.
exactly. Aradia. I love Aradia. Very little here. I think the little moment with Solax too. I do always find it a little weird that we don't just see Solox with Aradia, even in Openbound. He's just not around when he's like. I don't know. It feels like he should be, considering he has like he can't just orient himself around the furthest ring like Aradia can. That's like an advanced time player / space player thing. Though we really only see time players do it. Yeah, waiting for some friends to arrive, that's fantastic. Oh yeah, this! This is the freaking jam sesh.
Yeah, the thing.
I don't have much to say about that. Other than Gamzee was, after all, after seeing Tavros die, very sad, despite him being like, well, okay, we'll see that in a bit, right? But one of the reasons he did go cuckoo was that while unstable from seeing Tavros die, he saw the he like had that other conversation with Dave that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
And that that was also sort of a catalyst for what he did to Nepeta and Equus. I'm pretty sure that's how it went, timeline wise. Yeah, and here. Left Tyler's KP. This too, by the way, this is something that I also always remember, but I don't really mention much. The fact that this is the only of these denizen minions that we see. This Typheus guy. Like, these totally should have been like way more common monsters that we just saw the characters fight. There just isn't enough fighting, I feel, with all of their like they have such cool fighting things on their in their sleeves, all of these characters, and yet we don't see them really fight all that much. That's sad, I think. A little sad there. It's a good, really well drawn. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this. Jack is just there. He's still following you. That is so messed up. Wap, 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 wap. Fantastic gif. Amazing. Incredible. Absolutely amazing. Frog Sanctuary. And you know, this is I know this is a Homestuck specific thing again, because this comes around to just the comic, most of like this part of the comic all taking place during one day, but just the fact that her bottom floor has been turned into this and we only see it in this one panel is just it's a little sad, you know. It's like such a silly little thing. I think it should have been the way, like I mean, not should have been, but like if the comic, if this
No, I like that it's only shown here once.
No, but like no, yeah, I know, but
anything.
no, yeah, I know, but like if I'm like, if you were right to imagine this comic as like a longer series or like you know, and more like a serialized but also episodic TV show, I guess like this would have been totally
slice
like
of
a
life.
side plot. Yeah, definitely that. I just think that's a funny thought because this is just a funny visual in general. I don't know, random thing I thought about. Yeah, and this is her talking about how she remembers the final
Look
frog.
at her.
Yeah, she remembers the final frog from way back when. Effecate. And then died
No.
suddenly. No.
The
Oh yeah,
defecated.
this. There's literally uranium in her. Also, the fact that this is like pretty visibly a taller Jade than this Jade. So, I mean, you know, he modeled it after her the dream self that he saw die, right? So that makes sense. Though it would probably be a little weird for that bigger robot to be controlled by the little toddler, like way earlier on,
true.
like earlier on in her life. Bang bang bang, bro's mad, bro's mad,
Bang, 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 bang.
bro's mad about that woman girl bossing. God, I love the Carapations, they're so cute. Absolutely. But I also just love the other characters, and the WV is so cool, and he doesn't get to do much in Act 6. Okay, stop talking about Act 6. Later.
You think you're so cool?
Yeah. I think they would be more relevant in a normal session, but Homestuck spends so much time breaking and trashing the game elements, you never really see that. That, yes. But I do think that the aspect of it being like a thing like the aspect of it being, you know, brought up as this mystical thing despite everything else, that's on its own really appealing. But yeah, you're right about that definitely still. Solux just showed up every now and then, such a shame, he's still one of my favorite trolls. Absolutely. Arasol again. Hetero ship so good it's Yuri? Question mark? To me, Nan will always be a simplistically drawn goat in a horror comedy webcomic. Now I'm intrigued. Tell me the name. Bad dog. That is called a B-plot. I will. You're so smart and I'm so dumb, apparently. This freaking Chrono Trigger area. No god, but yeah, Karkat here, from again earlier point in time than some of the other points of reference we've been seeing. Him, well, no, here it's definitely here, but he gets like, man, definitely scared and talking about what he did with the frogs, with Kanaya, how he messed up. It's sad. Ectobiology is a touchy thing. Because he definitely blames himself here. Despite everything. Oh, good. This was so confusing the first time you saw that. God, Miles. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Like he was sick. I think I gave him cancer. I gave your whole universe cancer, Jade. God, it's such a cool design still.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Aww, it's good, it's good. I don't have many other comments about that. Okay, we're near the end of this. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Because this is before he kills Equus and Apeta. It's all your fault, yeah, that he's on this path in general. Because this is also already when, you know, he's moving around Cal, he's under the influence, under the Calfluence. He's definitely talked to Doc Scratch at this point too. He you know, he experienced the blasphemy, right, from Dave at a different point in time. And he's just like, oh, he is set on abandoning everything else that he has had in his life so far to become this super important person to his religion. And Gamzee! I feel bad for this guy. Again, murdered, but like you see where this like happened. The order of things. Oh yeah,
Yes.
And us seeing this farm, seeing just the official Betty Crocker account. This I still don't get. Maybe it's explained by Skyanet, like that extra thing. But apparently this implies that Betty Crocker, the contest was Betty Crocker in both of iterations of the Earth universe, which weird, but okay. Hold on. Let me look at this again. Focus them through the rage you made me have, and I went and made your universe terminal, and then yeah, because this is because the whole terminal cancer thing, yeah. This is yeah, none of this makes any sense to this Dave at this point in the story. This is like still such a weird part of the like of every like time loop in the whole comic. Like the fact that this happened, like, because this caused John to have those scribbles, which caused their dad to assume he had an interest in jesters, which caused the doll to be a thing, which caused, I guess, everything else just related to the prototyping of that doll. Everything Jester and Harlequin related with John with that session that originates from Gamzee because of that. Just Swan. I hear the web fishing noises, Luna.
Oh yeah. Let it be known that I am playing web fishing while talking with this.
Yeah.
And you guys should be doing the same.
Again, the fact that like we are kind of straying from the formula here by seeing one of the ancestors as a kid, which the only person we get to see that as, right? The fact that we get to see that here, that's really cool, and the fact that we only find that out later on, that's really cool too. I don't remember what he says here, but I am going to not read it right now. It's pretty art, and again, like the resemblance of the whole like blitz your chakras like images that Hasi made. I love this Dave/Gamzee exchange, especially because it gives you an idea of how futile everything was. It was all planned to go this way from the start. Just couldn't do anything about it lest you doom yourself. Hey, Damara, shame Ice isn't here. I shall take her place in Damara maxing for her. I'm sure she will be appreciative of that. Does the Karkat and Gamzee ship make use of the idea that they both have cancer theming? Not sure. You mean like the name for the Gamzee ship? I don't actually know the name for the Gamzee ship. It's just Gamcar. I don't know if there are any other popular names. And there's Kanaya. Kanaya just joins in. Holy crap, you're alive! Aww. Okay, so we get to this. Again, really cool. Okay, let's switch the music now. Let me do. Render yourself in a more symbolic manner. This is one of my absolute favorite jokes in the entire comic. Whap.
It's really good.
I mistyped Homestuck Volume 8 on YouTube, and for some reason from that I got videos in the search results of like how to get like a thinner waist as a woman. like exercise exercise videos. Let me play an appropriate song here. Havoc from Homestuck Volume 8. Svix. There you go. The Maritime, or rather the Handmaid, aka Demoness. God, I love Hassie's art style so much. You mean, what do you mean this? Like this style? Because, you know, there are many styles that Hassie has, so like, She just cannot catch a break on either side of the scratch. Also, I also like how she's just identical to Aradia here. Like, when the hair is down, yeah, it's definitely meant to mislead. What did you misspell in Homestuck to get those results? I think I inserted an X where it wasn't there, and like something else in volume. Thank you. God, these are such cool panels, because these are also parallel rows, because also, you know, needle kinds, that's really cool, I think. Also the fact that Doc's scratches, like, face is actually, like, punctured here, and then he just recovers. I think that's interesting about, like, the texture of his freaking head, you know? It's really cool, though. Him teleporting her here. Yeah, you had a second of not breathing, now you behave. God, he's horrible. You throw. Actual, yeah. And there go the electricity privileges. Oh.
Yeah.
Now he tells him the boring story. Okay, and now she snaps it on because somehow she knows that it has to be on, and yeah. Tells her this story, which is funny how Hassie treats this whole part as like Doc Scratch's whole imaginings and stuff when it happened, you know? And Hassie also, you know, should be the writer of this, if even here he is still the narrator. Well, here he isn't the narrator, but I don't know, it's funny, it's a little funny. And I definitely think it's interesting how Doc Scratch here, despite a lot of these trolls working against what he would like to happen, because already he is omniscient about things that happen in this universe, he kind of has like a way more outside view of it. Like it doesn't immediately affect him because he knew that things would go well anyway. And so he just has this appreciation for, you know, their efforts, despite them working for this whole freedom thing where that couldn't be further from what he wanted for this universe. This is the story of the Signless, yeah. The fact that he finds it interesting, I think that's worth pointing out about his character. Gosh, this panel. So many, like, fan works and just everything, so many fan works based on these little like bits about the ancestors. I think in general there are a lot of things in Homestuck that I'm like, oh, they introduced it, it's so cool, and then they don't explore that more. I always, like, for example, I feel that way for the Carapacians, for in general, just Carapacian society in any of the universes and in any of the iterations of the Incipient Sphere. But somehow with Ancestors, it feels well executed. Like, I feel like I got just enough information that, like, I wonder about them, but I'm satisfied with what I have because they are so, like, such vague characters still. Like, this is one of the only times that I will give it to Homestuck. This is, like, they did manage for this specifically to make the whole leave stuff to the imagination thing well. That's like, I will say that about this part of the comic and this part of the comic only. Maybe that's a little harsh, but yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, right, this is happening at the top. I completely forgot about that. Broom. Okay, let's see. So yeah. Just seeing the you know, collection of the ancestors completed, that's really cool too. That was really satisfying to see. Just yeah. Oh yeah, and this, I don't know, not much to say here. And the whole reveal of, like, I remember screaming like, oh my god, this is the contest Betty Crocker. I remember that. That's freaking incredible. This. Yeah, look, she's here. You can drool now, chat. Not even much to say about her here, though. Like, while I have a lot of thoughts about Condes, Ancestors, everything else, somehow I don't feel like I have to specify all those right now. Like, I don't have much in my mind right now. I guess mainly because most of the stuff that I've been saying here were criticisms, and I don't have much criticism here, so it's just, let's move this along. But I definitely think everything about the Countess's setup in the actual Alternia universe, that's good. We'll get to stuff about her in Act 6 a bit later, and how I'm a little less satisfied with that, but yeah. Oh yeah, and this having hover over text, I've completely forgot about that too. All of these things. Yeah. I'm recalling, yeah. The freaking stupid baby. Okay. Guys, I have something here. So, Ice said to me in DMs she wouldn't be able to be here, right? But she said that when I got to this panel, to read a message that she has prepared. So, these are Ice's words. I am unspoiling them here because she said to unspoil only when I got to this this panel. In this momentous occasion, all I'd like to say, I need the lady to bend me like a pretzel. Roxanne. That's all.
Oh my god.
That's all.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
That's all she wrote. The
Thank you,
Condus.
Ice.
Interesting how Damara already has clockwork magics even before becoming Alice's servant. Well, she was being prepared for it still by Doc Scratch, you know? Even if she didn't like it. I'd like to know more about the clockwork magics. We get to hear about them here, right? And then when Caliborn gets them for the first time, and we don't really know what they imply, because the frickin' giant fire breath thing is a regular cherub thing, or so where do the clockwork magic thing, like, where does that even begin to be a thing with Lord English? We still don't know, technically. Miss Paint, only on one page though, lol, yeah. The hearts. I love the Sufferer, best ancestor by far. His story is fantastic, absolutely. Also, no Concrete from Concrete to the Sufferer, biggest grow up in history. Concrete isn't that bad if, like, he chilled out a little, maybe. And maybe listened to other people other than himself for once. That too. Hotfish lady alert! And that's so much hair. Also in this panel we see her with normal yellow sclera for the first and the final time. Yeah, because after that they're just so in shadow that it's all black. Yeah. I'd survive the Countess's rule by hiding in her hair and just never being found. So Damara is technically Aradia's descendant because the meteor came way later. Well, not necessarily. There is still the biological relation is still Damara to Aradia, no matter when she actually arrived. You know. Least down bad Homestuck fan. Tell Ice she's so real for that. Hell yeah. Sounds about right. I'd never see the handmade reference that much, despite being especially equivalent of the devil for trolls. The devil wouldn't the devil be Lord English though? Isn't there like a thing about that? Like some kind of stuff. Well, I guess no more. Yeah, I don't know. It's really cool though. Yeah, then we don't really know much about Countess's whole like being hired by Lord English thing for like we don't really know about that much, do we? Because there was that period, and then she tried to escape from him as best she could into different universes. Yeah, this happens. Whatever. Bye. Girl. Suckers. Booyah? You there, girl. Girl, quit this scurrying around. Do you believe you can escape me before I arrive? How do you expect to outrun me when I am already here? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Snot.
Snot. Oh. And then we get to the proper story.
No, you dumb tool, you're snopping it wrong.
Yeah, I'm stopping it wrong. Scratch is more Alternia's devil, considering old Scratch is a nickname for the devil. Yes, that and also the making deals thing, you know? So...
Wow.
5 times showdown combo? Is that even legal? Snop. I like this Flash. Especially just the art, fantastic, right? Especially since in this 3 times showdown Flash, we got to see the we got to see these super cool pictures of of their ancestors there, and here we get to see the ones that we just now found out about. Like, the structure here is really good. I think Andrew Hazy should have self-inserted harder, not gonna lie. Lots of people would fight you on that. Though as far as self-inserts go, like specifically author-said self-inserts, where it's kind of clear that this character is still the author, they're not like a character in the universe that isn't related to being the author. It's one of the better self-inserts in that sense. I feel like. Hell yeah. wants to auspice with them, yeah. That's just so cool, man. I think I had something on mind, but I forgot. This song is basically being a Harlequin remix is perfect after we learned about Gamzee putting that doll in John's dream room, yeah. Though in general, Harlequin has been used for Gamzee stuff in the soundtrack for like way more than John stuff. Or John-related stuff, considering, Nana Quinn in that song. The art is so good, but the sudden art style change in this Flash is kinda funny to me, lol. Nah, things change stylistically in Homestuck enough for me for it to not be jarring to me back then. Solok's trying to deal with blindness. Hassie put themselves in the comic and made themselves the worst, and it was a bold decision. Yeah. Yeah, really good.
Ultimate Showdown
of Ultimate Destiny. The Inverti brothers. Honk! I always like the detail that this is Lime. This has always been like the source of my headcanon, that the special Lime Blood ability is like, instead of outright fully manipulating people like Cerulean Bloods can, Lime Bloods could like pacify somebody. I always found that like an interesting prospect in terms of what power they could have had, and it also would make sense for them to be eradicated by the Countess, considering her whole like agenda was to make society as violent and divided as possible, So the fact that Lime Bloods would be targeted, especially considering that would be their power, that makes sense, to me personally. Wow. I'm Spaint. Hello, Losu. Solux did actually say that to Gamzee though, because Gamzee's in Cal. Sure. Also, here we see Solux thinking he's looking at Gamzee, but he's actually looking at Cal. And with the knowledge we now, he sensed it. Okay, people always reference this to support the theory that Karkat would have been a Lime Blood, but there is also pink text, so I really think this is just a reference to the Homesmelia later. Yeah, maybe the colors of the Homesmelia later. Though at the same time, it is actually the Lime Blood color, while this pink is like blood non-specific, right? So, And at the same time, Hive Swap Extended Zodiac just kind of confirms it. So, But plus, Cancer. Cancer, in terms of like the order of the signs, fits where Lime would be color-wise on the spectrum, so that's like multiple things for that. I wish there was a spin-off detailing of Caliborn's adventure with Hassie talking to him. I love that part of Act 6 a lot. Yeah, a lot of people have told me that. That's really funny. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Ice in any of these streams since Collide. Is she busy or too good for us? Don't say that. No, she's busy. She's just busy.
Yeah.
Karkat pink blood confirmed? Yes. And it was good. Sure. No frick this, no recap. Honestly, could have used a recap. There's like an Easter egg here, I forgot what it was. What is it?
Oh yeah, it is one thing somewhere.
I don't remember. Do we just have to wait, or? Because I don't think I showed this off on stream, but I found out that there is something here. I tried to do in Control T for Trickster mode, right? But that didn't work. Okay, final thing. Jade right before it gets everything gets cut off. Again, the whole thing of like the trolls being able to talk to the kids at any point in time, but that's still being. I love how the candies affect how the arrows look here. That's really funny. Trolls trolls being able to like talk with the kids and at any time, but still being you know, limited by when this happens. All of this. That's cool, I think. Yeah, this is just a general visual for the scratch happening because John's already doing the thing at this point. Yeah, it's cool. What the hell is shaving cream? It's like, hey, Karkat. And bam. And he did the thing, but in front of the dog, so... do we watch the... Okay, Cascade. Do we watch this whole thing? Probably not, right?
Well, it's a quarter of an hour almost.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
It's cool.
You can watch a bit of it.
We'll watch a bit of it. It's like the most hype thing ever. The music starting off with on this note, seeing John use his wind powers again after like so much of just conversation. Seeing him defeat these underlings while this is happening, it feels so like... It does feel so conclusive for this part of the story specifically. Like, even to just this beginning scene, seeing the main character do all this stuff, just yeah. Look, it's Lich Queen. Everybody's favorite underling.
Wow.
Everything about this man. I'm pretty sure who made this part of Cascade? Like Cascade Beta? Who's responsible for that?
I don't know.
Look, underlings we never see again, which is a shame, because like it would be cool to see like them fight, all of these guys fight like super high level underlings maybe, you know? Blah. One of those I think is called Acheron, then there is the Lich Queen. Those are like names that weren't confirmed by Hasi, but I think they're designers, I'm pretty sure, which is still, which you know, obviously valid, and I consider that canon. This screen expansion, dude, hell yeah. The fact that I didn't notice it the first time. Universe getting destroyed from the outside. The fact that it's so vulnerable there, that's crazy. Maybe it is because of the cancer. God, stellar freaking music. And this is also the last time we see any of these guys because they die, despite them having such cool arcs, like just them having such a cool storyline on their own.
They don't die here.
They do.
Nuh-uh.
I also remember when I first saw like, oh wait, WQ and WK had this super nice relationship going on actually, like they actually seem really cute together, so I felt really bad for shipping WQ and PM when I saw that. but then D enlightened me to the WK, WQ and PM polycule, so it's all good.
Nice.
WK never does anything, lol. Not in the comic, but I mean, he is the king of prospects, so he has to have done something, which I appreciate him for. He's a guy that exists.
Maybe it's just heritage, you know?
Everything goes wrong and goes bad and goes stupid here, and everybody is doing bad things. And by everybody,
I don't
mean
see
Jack
anything
Noir.
going wrong.
I think by everybody I mean Jack Noir.
I don't see anything going wrong here. Do you?
Yes, I do. Bye! I'm sorry. Bye too. I'm sorry.
Bye.
Bye, I'm sorry. Bye, I'm sorry. Bye, I'm
not
sorry.
Bye bye.
I'm sorry for your loss of yourself. This too just this moment felt very tense for me because I was like, wait, is PM gonna die too? When PM was my favorite. AR, just do the thing. You know you have to, unfortunately, despite WV still being in there. And he
Do
doesn't.
the explodey thing. Come
And
on.
he doesn't. And he doesn't.
Yeah, because he's stupid with that.
That style that Jack is drawn in is so dope, yeah. Metal Worm, that too.
I actually
The Metal Worms...
it always bothered me the way Jack is drawn there.
Nah. The Metal Worms,
Yes,
if
it does.
if the Metal Worms were awake, they could have totally soloed Jack, I think, with their big lasers.
True. Do you think the metal
the
worms
switch up,
could
the
have killed English?
Yes. Oh, I love Flare so much. Fantastic song too. And this, just the zoom in. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Just the sudden shift in mood. Because there were so many things going on at once, so many things everywhere, and we get to see that. Homestuck flashes are at their best when they are like concluding various things at once. And this too, like they get to live like Aradia. How does this happen? Because Aradia had like theirs specifically had only one slab, while while they both have one of them right here, right? So like what decides on the slabs being there for people? I don't know. I had to zoom in into the universe, and we see that, yeah, this one's being destroyed. The two universes, very much under attack, and the bigger zoom in here, and Dirt's coming! This flash still evokes so much hype, so many emotions from me. My god. Ah! I'm such a geek freaking for this. Sorry. Yeah! And friggin' redraw of WQ from the 4. What are you waiting for? Draw, spades.
Oh, spades.
Does bro even know what's happening here? Like, yes, he's killing her, but like, he knows that the universe is gonna end from this. Like, what's even going on there?
He probably does.
No, we know he does. That's he describes so in the original intermission. The fact that he just goes
I mean,
with
yes,
it,
he does, but I was thinking more so about easy keeping it into account right now.
yeah. I mean, oh yeah. God. Still, so I need to know what made him do that specifically, because he was like attached to what he's built on that universe, you know, on that planet, the community there. Like he mentions you know, the town, because he was one of the people that helped build it most. There is something going on there still with him. The fact that it just all ends there, it's sad.
You're not supposed to kiss her.
You're supposed to kill her, Mr. Sleek. Yeah. I remember somebody else saying that
This revived girl?
you're via Jack boy.
Wow.
Via Jacka boy.
Sean?
Yes.
How do you think Homestuck
style.
story would
Hell
differ
yeah.
if Jacksepticeye was in it?
I don't know. Go watch
Would
like
it change
his
it all?
Go watch his playthrough of the boss or something. That's how it would go. That's how it would go.
Yeah. This comes so out of nowhere and it's so cool.
It's great.
I mean, not out of nowhere, but like, you know, you don't
Yeah.
expect it to come right now.
Jade. And she is a real furry. She achieved it. She is not a poser. She is a real bona fide furry.
Oh man, that means none of us are real furries.
No,
Damn.
yeah, exactly. She has a moment in the act that like properly introduces her where she's like, a fursuit? What a ridiculous idea! You only idolize the concept of real actual furries, not people in fursuits. She has that. You don't remember that?
No, that's still what a furry is. Yes, I know, but that's still a furry, you know.
Okay. Ta 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 ba ba ba. You're going in my pocket. We're going on a trip. God, this too, like her suddenly. Yeah. It's happening. You know, I know what to do with this power. Just so satisfying to see it all happen. And John didn't really know what would save him, right? Or if anyone would save him from being erased, really. Like, he didn't really have a plan on that. The PM.
It was also so satisfying because she was in control for once, you know?
No, that's the thing, right? Because she was. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah. Go ahead, John. Get in, binge, we're going shopping. Okay. Oh, look at the freaking hoarders in the background on that. Bombs about to go off. Down.
2.
Oh, you still got chills here! So much
3.
chills. Which, okay, no, yeah, we had to watch this whole thing. It's just too good. Da, 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 da. Things. Yup. Oh yeah, the beat mesa receding into the sky. Yeah. I always thought that was a really cool detail. Escape de session. Goosebumps at this part every single time. Same! Going on a trip in our favorite battleship. The dead bodies on the quest beds just stay there for the rest of the comic, lol. No, yeah. Da, 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 da. La 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 la. Suckers. That was Gamzee's conversation, by the way, like where he says this. A lot of people don't like realize that because it happens so fast, but that was Gamzee talking with Doc Scratch. And Gamzee was like, okay, I did what the doll told me to do, what now, what now? And then he was like, suckers, you did everything I wanted you to do. I think when this happened and you said, Rogue, the Great Sun is created! I think it was a little too fast, Luna, but still.
Nah, it was perfect.
No, I think it was perfect.
It was perfect. Just perfect. Down to every single minute.
Stop. Oh, this is so cute too. Pointing. Not there. Solux the goat, leading the charge.
How did he summon this much power?
He died from it, okay?
Is he just that much of a goat?
Yes, he is that much of a goat. He literally did it so much that he died. He popped all of the vessels in his brain, in his think pan.
That makes sense.
WB and PM are here! And David Rose! Wow! Everything just comes together. I don't have much to say here, I'm just, you know, I just love Homestuck, you know, Homestuck. It's cool. It's a cool thing. La, da, 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 da. There are so many times that I've seen this animation, so many reaction videos that I've seen on YouTube, both ones from full read-throughs years later and ones that were from the time.
Yeah.
So many of them, and many of them...
The ones from the time have such a special feeling.
Yeah, and there is this one where two girls do it on like lunch break. There's like barely any audio because like they didn't manage to record it very well, but they released it during their lunch break, so they better watch it during their lunch break on school. That's great. It's I love that. I love that specific video.
You should watch that video with 130 views I sent you last night, by the way.
I will. The Minecraft one? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's very good.
For the first time, Jack is scared or just shocked or aroused.
Okay.
I've become so
I think all three of them.
I've become so brain-rotted each time I hear Penumbra Phantasm part in Savior of the Waking World / Savior of the Dreaming Dead. I only think of Penumbra. Okay. I admit this flash made me unable to sleep. Good! See? Homestuck's good. Homestuck's good. Maybe all at the same time. Snow was probably happy to die. Her death would have killed the universe, and she's still the Black Queen after all. Their sides hate frogs. I do wonder about her in general too, Snowman. It's a real shame that we didn't get that sequel to Inaugural Death of Mr. Seven. Intermission 2. I remember there was a okay, no, hold on. So there is something that Azur does, right? So whenever he sees the words already here anywhere on the internet, he immediately goes into his editing cave and like circles the already here and points it to like a really sped up version of this entire flash in a GIF. Like,
Oh my God.
I hold on. Let me see if I can find any of those. Azur, hold on. Actually, maybe I'll just Azur. Give me like one of your Lord English already here gifts. I need it now. Please. Smiley face.
The fact that this comes right after Cascade is absurd, I think.
Yeah. But it's so good. It does introduce the villain very well, I think.
Yep.
But at the same time, a little underused when it comes to his actual theming and stuff. On the spot after I deleted them all, let me re-download one, he replied. Why would you delete? Lamau.
That's just Azur. He is quantum like that.
Yeah. He was an excellent host after all. It's good. Sheep! And coat.
Azur is perfectly quantum.
Yard.
Yard. His head's about to pop, man. Get some aspirin or something. Go away!
How hard does that head have to be to do this?
For us to like be all fiery and stuff when something's trying to burst through it.
Yeah.
Really, I guess. And he goes bye-bye. Frickin' sarcophagus with Terminator of school. Good. Brag heads.
Bye-bye!
Honk. Honk. I hope my mic picked that up.
Yes. Are you the real English Lord?
No.
Okay.
Okay. What about to show? Okay. I wanna show. I don't wanna show what Azur just. Okay. Hold on. I need to. Freaking, I love this. Okay. This is a Homestuck Beyond Canon spoiler. Specifically, what he showed me here, because he read the epilogues and Beyond Canon on his own. So this is actually a spoiler that I've seen already because of Twitter before. But I want to show it anyway. So beware. I'll just show a Beyond Canon spoiler real quick. There we go. I love Azur in general. He is the funniest guy ever, actually, I think. Funniest man ever. He is the internet funny man, actually. Okay. No, that's okay. Okay. Damn right. I answer. Okay. Imagine if Doc Scratch's head didn't like get destroyed and it was just stuck on Lord English's head. Yeah. Does that mean Doc Scratch was pregnant the entirety of Act? Yes. I love the vast honk. Imagine a sound so terrifying it's heard throughout all of existence. We don't really get that emphasized much, do we? But okay, yeah. I hope the English motif comes back in Deltarune just to give every Homestuck fan a heart attack. That would be so stupid and nonsensical, though. If there is, okay, Penumbra Phantasm, I'm like 75% sure will be in Deltarune. If there is another one, then another the Homestuck song that would be in Deltarune, it would be Sunsetter, because Toby always iterated on Sunsetter. Always. He was never satisfied. We never had a version he was absolutely fully satisfied with. So I think that's like a plausible enough one, but that's like 5%, not 75% to me.
Oh.
Alright, it's getting late and I'm gonna try to go to sleep at a reasonable hour, alright. Okay. Let's, now that we have this done, let's go back to the presentation. Yeah, so we went through here. We have end of Act 5. We have intermission 2. I wanted to take a moment to at least mention the other MSPAs. This is that part of the presentation.
Right.
Won't take long because I don't want to actually flip through them like I'm doing with Homestuck, right? But this is the point where I did check them out, with Problem Sleuth being the only one I checked out on stream specifically. But I do think...
Yeah, because it was the only one not graphic enough and long enough to be worthy of a miniseries.
Not graphic enough. I mean, Jailbreak was just poop, and then I didn't like the focus on code pieces in Powered Quest. But Jailbreak is definitely interesting. I think it's like on itself. It like definitely reminds me of like my own efforts when it comes to like. Because I really like interactive stories like that, where what the author draws or writes is influenced by people around them. I always did that with my friends at school when I was in elementary school specifically. So just this being the start of that, just a couple items here on this first panel, and what do? And just thrown into the wills of the masses, right? That prospect just on its own already really appeals to me, and you know, obviously you'll get that way more with the future MSPAs, but seeing that this is where that began as a like fun little experiment, I think that's really cool. And also so many other things that just sort of stuck around, you know, the what pumpkin thing, a purifier. The purifier originally is like as a concept here, right? Also, I'm playing Infinity Mechanism from Volume 8, I forgot to mention. It's cool to see the genesis of all of that, you know? Let me look at chat. Okay, there are Homestuck related comments still, but yeah, I'll read. Also love that shot of all the pool balls surrounding Alternia, shows the grip Ellie had on them. Oh yes, and that's why we should have seen more of that, as like more of that part of the history there. Because it would have made him a way more like threatening villain, I think. I would actually like Sunsetter and Deltarune. Me too. I remember Hasi mentioned that the only reason Lord English didn't keep Doc Scratch's omniscience was because he broke the cue ball head. So if he kept it the whole time, he would be broken as hell. Oh my god, omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient. We're cooked, bro. Real. Omnishartent, yeah. But I don't know how I feel about Penumbra in Deltarune. It's likely, but I'm not sure how you could divorce it from Homestuck properly. It's just too Homestuck, not gonna lie. I could say that about Sunsetter, because to me, Penumbra has always been surrounded by this mythos of the song that the full finished version of is somewhere on Toby's computer and he's waiting to use it at some point. Like this just tale of the song being that way, right? That has always been the dominant thing when I think of Penumbra. So that's why I think that's why I think that. But yeah, it'll definitely remind people of Homestuck. I won't say no to that. When you know people will definitely be thinking of Homestuck while fighting that boss that will have Penumbra Phantasm, if there will be one, you know? That makes sense, actually. The Cubal always gave predictions with disturbing accuracy. That, and it was an important part of just, you know, the recipe to create Doc Scratch as a first Guardian. Always here invincible, but not super intelligent. Yeah. Toby always cooks, so it will definitely be good anyway. There are some parts that of Deltarune that don't hit for me, so I wouldn't say good all the time, like you say. But he cooks. It's like I won't just say that thing bad because bad parts. No, like what? No, he cooks well, and his team cooks well. There are some great artists on his on the Deltarune team. Jailbreak is so escaping the prison real. That's so real. Henry Stickmin, but like, yeah. Although now I wish he did keep the omniscience, if it means he would get to do more than just blow up bubbles, lol. Nah. That would disrupt the rest of the story a little too much, I feel. Even if I would like him to have more of a tangible grasp on it. I remember someone commented under Savior of the Waking World and said, bro, this is just Penumbra Phantasm, and actually had no idea what Homestuck was. Oh my god. That's funny. Okay, let's move on to Bard Quest. I have literally nothing to say about Bard Quest, aside from I understand the allure of making a story with splitting paths. I have tried doing so on paper, like literally in elementary school on pieces of paper before. Never worked out. And I understand why there was so little of this. Moving on. Why is this freaking square still here? Move away, please. Go away. There we go. Problem Sleuth! I love Problem Sleuth so much. I need to reread it at some point. There are parts of Homestuck that I've reread myself, like just to you know, re-experience something. But Problem Sleuth I haven't done that with. I should. I absolutely should. It's such a good comic. It like. I really and like from how it's structured, how you know the readers influenced it, you can definitely see that DNA at the beginning of Homestuck. What with the game mechanics being a really big part of it all, you know. How Problem Sleuth as a whole is a puzzle for the readers to solve live, right? As the updates came out, and that DNA was in. You know, the early Homestuck. That's why I always thought that the Select was cool and should have been a little more relevant a little later on, just as a, you know, a sign of respect for the early days. But in general, the fact that it as a whole is this big puzzle, and it absolutely delivers on being so, and at the same time is also like really charming, has really funny ideas, just everything about it. You know, there's so much to love about it, right? I would say there are some moments where I kind of wish that, I wish that this character would be treated a little more seriously. But I feel that way less than some side characters in Homestuck in general. And I like the cast, you know? I just like the cast, I like the concepts, I like the mechanics of everything. I liked seeing the readers, you know, figure it out as they went on. The theming, the everything. Problem Sleuth is good. Did the Bard do the quest? Are the sleuths problematic? The sleuths are not problematic, I want to believe. But the
sleuths are very problematic, actually.
Okay. BRB time to get hard-boiled, hell yeah. Problem Sleuth goat. Absolutely. That's my truth here. If my sleuths aren't problematic, then I don't want them. When I'm gonna be playing Disco Elysium, I'm gonna make so many problem sleuth jokes. I need to reread the comic just to make problem sleuth jokes while reading Disco Elysium. Yes,
Why?
Luna. Disco Elysium, you play as a detective.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, we mentioned Shadows over Loathing before. It's really funny how, okay, that whole game it feels almost like at parts like Problem Sleuth the game with the whole like. You know, the time period that's presented, the eldritch monsters that occasionally appear, the ridiculousness. It feels very Problems with coded, specifically Shadows over Loathing, but apparently MSPA was not an impact on making the Loathing series at all, so... Like, Luna actually did ask the developers for it, about it on Twitter, and she got that answer.
Yeah.
You know what if the Bard class is based on Bard Quest, then clearly the next course of action is to make a sleuth class?
The answer I got
Real.
is that West of Loathing came out before Problem Sleuth.
Not West of Loathing, Kingdom of Loathing. That was the
the
browser game that came out before West of Loathing. But again, that doesn't mean that Shadows over Loathing didn't have some blah. Maybe somebody somewhere on the
It
team.
does, because then they would have said it.
Okay, fine.
You liar.
I'm liar.
And a cheat.
I'm a cheat, yes. Was checking through a Pre-Cascade Something Awful thread and saw someone talk about how Homestuck was ending soon, and they hoped the next thing Hassie would make would utterly outshine Homestuck, just like Homestuck outshone Problem Sleuth. Wow. They really thought that Homestuck would be ending with Cascade? Really? Wow, that's weird. Like, they were setting up for them just escaping the calamity, not like just fixing all of their problems. That's really strange that they would that somebody at that point would think that Homestuck was ending with Cascade. Problem Sleuth 2 existed in Jane's timeline. Yeah. Sad that we didn't get to see.
It's good we didn't get to see it.
Yeah.
I hate Problem
There are,
Sleuth.
but okay. Here's also the thing, right?
Mhm.
These characters are at their core supposed to be comedic, right? Like, there are parts of them that you can care about, that you can sympathize with. You can feel, you can like see Problem Sleuth's ambitions of being this hard-boiled detective with all of this kashmula and stuff, but like in general, at the core of it all, it is more comedy than anything else. So the fact that you can attach yourself to these characters, right, while their characters aren't being explored too much because they are meant to be kind of, at least a little flat, you also get to have these emotional moments still just because, you like these characters on that comedic level, right? Like, there were moments during the finale where I was like, yes, I was actually getting emotional over it, specifically because I really, really enjoyed Problem Sleuth doing all of this cool freaking stuff. I don't know. That's also part of it that I really enjoyed, right? Where it did literally just get actually epic in the real sense of the word. Okay, that's all I have really to say about PS. You guys maybe can say some questions, but I'll go get water, and then I'll be back for Act 6. Okay?
Yes. Do you guys think it would be weird if I played what's it called? Disco Elysium at the same time as Craft, and then was also with her on the streams? Because I wanted to play it alongside her, but since she has decided on streaming it now, that might be weird. I don't know. Or more than weird, it might get tiring to see so much of it. I'm asking this while Craft isn't here, because yes.
Yeah.
What games would you guys like to see brought on the channel, actually? I will relay her this question in secret at a later date.
I don't think it'll be weird to play this good easy next while Kraft is playing it.
Come on, shoot a game if you have any. Psycholonians would be... I think she'd enjoy that, but I don't know if she would want to stream it. Possibly. Alright, isn't? Alright, I'm saving those for future reference. What are those though? What kind of games are those? Ace Attorney is a game Kraft really wants to play. Well, not really, but she does want to play them. Ah, okay. Alright, well, there she goes. As for horror, I'm gonna be real, I don't think you're gonna be seeing much more than that after we're done with Echoes of the Wild, Echoes of the Eye, Duck.
Echoes of the Wild.
Cannot. Yeah, after Echoes of the Eye, I don't think we're gonna see much more horror from the channel. She really dislikes horror, usually. Well, she likes hearing about it, but she doesn't like seeing it or playing it. I tried getting her into Darkwood, but she wasn't really interested. Even if I think it would be really interesting for her, since, you know, Darkwood is placed in old Poland. I don't know what she would play one shot for. She's already played one shot like 4 times, I think. She's played the game multiple times. So if she played it on stream, it would probably be maybe a one-time thing for nostalgia purposes while she chats about stuff. Alright, bye-bye JJ. Or JJ.
Bye.
Have a good, what I'm assuming will be a night. In far games, you micromanage a vehicle and ride it across a cool landscapes. That sounds interesting. Not sure how that would work. Do you think that would be an entertaining game to stream? Just curious on that one. What other game would I really like to see her bring? That's a good question myself. I'm looking at my library right now. Oh, there is one game actually that I'm curious to see how she would play on stream, that being the Portal games. Because Kraft hasn't played Portal. Not 1 nor 2, I'm pretty sure. And I've only played them semi-recently, like this year. So I'm very curious to see how she would play them. Honestly, Dog, as long as it's an indie game, and not horror, she would probably try to play it. Not on stream, probably, but she's a pretty varied indie gamer. I think that's fine, isn't Craft already does plenty talking to keep the stream busy. Since I mentioned it before, but I didn't see anyone actually mention it. Have you guys played web fishing? I know you haven't yet, Seb, but what about the people in chat? I've been just having a field day with it, honestly. I've been playing it so much almost every day. I have amassed, let me check actually. I think close to 100 hours by now. Yeah, 78 hours in less than 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I'm sorry, Vernon. What is web fishing? It's well, it's a chill game about fishing and chatting and socializing and messing around with people. That's all about it. That's all there is to it. It's very silly. It's very. It has Animal Crossing graphics. The graphics are very much inspired by Animal Crossing. And I've just been having a lot of fun with it. It can also be very grindy if you want to 100% it. And it's just a game made as a revamp from an original Jam game, Game Jam game, made by just one dude. I think it's pretty cool, honestly. And you know, he's still updating the game very frequently. Well, since it just came out, of course he is. But yeah, it's pretty cool. A game I'm obsessed with is Anthology of the Killer. Horror comedy, but mostly comedy. Oh, actually, no, that might be interesting actually to play on stream. The Catamites game? I don't think I've heard of that. Is that a person? Is that a company or a dev team? I haven't heard of that. I think Kraft has played off. I'm pretty sure she's played off before, yeah. She has drawn the protagonist several times before. I've seen her doodle them. So, I think she's played the game. Oh yeah, that's another giveaway for you. Listen, if there is a quirky turn-based indie RPG out there, Kraft has probably played it.
Hello.
Hello.
What are you guys talking about?
Hi.
I shouted out web fishing more clearly, and I also asked the chat what games they would like to see in the channel in the future.
Oh god. I already just have so many games just in my library unplayed.
Add it to the pile.
Uh-huh. Okay, let me look, let me scroll up.
Mm-hmm.
Disco Elysium really is the plot problem sleuth for video games, you think so? I don't think Problem Sleuth has as much political commentary. And social commentary. Someone earlier mentioned Ace Attorney and I approve of that. I've been wanting to play the Ace Attorney games, to be honest. Not sure if on stream though.
I told them all about you, don't you worry.
What?
I give away all your gaming past.
Oh, okay. Pink would certainly be really happy about that. Though I probably would like to see get the trilogy and wait, are the investigations games on Steam? Did they already release? Because there is the original trilogy, there is the investigations games, then there is the three games, the other trilogy with the different protagonists, and then there is Chronicles, I'm pretty sure? Maybe? I don't remember. Hopecraft reaches Psychologius at some point? I will. I want to play it after I'm finished with I have Soulpact 2 actually.
Mm-hmm.
More horror RPGs too would be great. Well, at some point I wanted to play Humaniki for the first time properly because I never finished it. Ever.
Not really horror, but we'll take it.
Well, when they mean horror RPG, they probably mean horror, like RPG Maker horror game, which even if it's not horror, it's like a certain vibe of game. It's like a type of game, a gender of game that exists. You know.
Yeah.
I have Misao on Steam. Hold on, let me look. If I enter tag horror, my keyboard's not working. Okay, there it is. Horror.
I think you can just tag horror. I don't think you have much of that.
Yeah. Looking for that specifically. Well, I played Omori already. All of Omori. Yeah, I guess Suits a business RPG counts, which I only played once and then I didn't pick it up again. I have the two first Yomawari games, not RPG Maker, but definitely similar vibe to a lot of RPG Maker horror games. I got milk inside a bag of milk, inside a bag of milk, and milk outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk. I really want to play those at some point too. I have Faith, the Unholy Trilogy. I have Crow Country on my Steam library. Little Nightmares, which wouldn't be much of a point because I've already played the game. Saw the game on YouTube. I just picked it up because it was free on Steam for like a certain period of time. I have Slay the Princess on Steam too. I don't know. There is a lot of games that I just wanna play at some point, but not sure if on stream or not on stream, and not sure if when. Phoenix Wright Take Your Time was previously mentioned by me. Love Ace Attorney games. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, so also one shot. Not much of a point. I played it. If I try to open it, it will like do the funny ending thing, which I'm not gonna spoil, but yeah. Love one shot. In Far games, you micromanage a vehicle and ride. Oh, I saw Jacksepticeye play a bit of Far Alone Sales. At some point I wanted to play it, but then I was like, nah. I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it when it was on sale. But I know Far. I've seen those two games. People in previous streams jokingly mentioned Elden Ring, but imagine she actually brings up a Souls game for real. Probably not, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how I would, like, I'd be fine with just doing that, like, like sitting in Discord doing that with somebody, right? But it specifically being on stream and streaming a game, I've come to realize that's a different vibe. I don't know if my stream vibe would vibe with a Souls game, you know? I'm not sure. 2D game but made in 3D. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, from far. Yeah, no, yeah, I know far. But yeah, I can't really suggest anything else that would conform to her likings. My own library is extremely small as it is. Mine is way too bloated, unfortunately. I only never played stuff like Crash Bandicoot. Other stuff of the era. That's fair. It's not a game with much reading, but the landscapes are really cool in both. I know. I've realized that from what I've seen. Of course, Terraria, but she already explained why she'd rather not bring it. Yeah, we had that thing going on for a bit, then I realized that's not for me. That's not for me on stream. I think I was just not feeling it. I didn't like it. I didn't like streaming it on YouTube. Oh yeah, what is web fishing? I've heard everyone talk about it or play it. So we already explained that. Haven't, but I looked it up. When you mentioned it on the Crypta FM stream, looks cool. What, web fishing?
Yeah.
Oh, a game I'm obsessed with is Anthology of the Killer. Horror comedy, but mostly comedy. Anthology of the Killer. Anthology of the... God damn it. Can I freaking type? Oh! Apparently I have it on my wishlist. I have a lot of games on my wishlist. Oh yeah, it's this one. Looks very cool. I know that it apparently messes your brain up. I really like the style. Makes me think of Subway Midnight, actually. Really cool looking. It's the Catamites game, so if you've heard of Space Funeral, it's that guy. Yo, it's the Space Funeral guy, really? Well, now it's definitely on my radar. Okay. I forgot about did Craft ever mention Off? Would like to see it very much. Wouldn't be much of a point. I've seen it on YouTube multiple times. First playthrough I've seen of Off was Markiplier's. I think it was alright. And since then I've seen more playthroughs. I know Off. I am familiar, and I really like it. It's good. It's really good. Off would have been dope, yeah. Off was incredible. Oh damn, welcome back. Craft might have actually played Space Funeral, actually. I didn't play it. I saw an incomplete playthrough, but I saw the ending also. I don't remember what exactly I saw of it. I was also thinking of Lisa the Painful at some point, but I never actually bought it. Never actually got it. I should play it though. I've seen the story, but I definitely think I should still play it for myself at some point. I watched, I don't know if you guys know, there is this really cool Let's Player called Matterwellens. I watched her playthrough of Lisa the Painful and Lisa the Joyful. Investigations is indeed on Steam, I see. Humaniki has horror vibes, definitely. Omori too. Omori has way more blatant horror elements, I would say. 2000s RPG Maker graphic games with unique art styles, my favorite gender, exactly. Oh, weird and unfortunate things are happening. Faith would be so cool, but I understand that it has heavy themes. I mean, I have it on Steam. I don't know. Haven't thought about it much yet. I just wanted to grab it. It's bad. I know that's bad. I'm wasting my freaking birthday money each time on games. Oh, we don't have it's kinda horror-y. Faith mentioned Chaos Reigns. Weird Unfortunate comes highly recommended. Oh. Weird and Oh, it's an actual name of a game. Oh, it's free. I see, yeah. I've never seen this actually. Strange. It's a free RPG Maker game from what it looks. Looks cool. Maybe I'll check it out. I don't know if I'm on stream. Probably not, honestly, from what it looks of it. Just like, I don't know. Not sure. On stream, in like specifically, I would probably like to like do more of my major things on my backlog, you know, on stream. A similar game that that was also freeware and also on like just free on Steam, that was similar to that seemingly, Grimm's Hollow. If anybody just likes RPG Maker games that are RPGs but are really cool, like creative, not just set in a fantasy world, then you should definitely check out Grimm's Hollow. It's free and then takes like what, 4 or 5 hours. It's really good. Honestly, the only reason I'd suggest a Souls game is for the lore stuff, but you're probably not into that type of gameplay. I'd probably be into it enough, like under specific conditions, like when I have a person like sitting next to me that wouldn't be bullying me or something like that, but actually encouraging. At that point, I'd probably really get into the lore. I know some of the Bloodborne lore. It's really cool. It's like it's the stuff they do with the concept of cults and real gods. It's really cool. What I've seen of Bloodborne lore. Thoughts on playing Helix? I have Helix on Steam. Hold on. Yeah, not Helix 2, but I do have Helix. Maybe I'll play it at some point. I know it's cool and I know it's awesome. Kindergarten? No, not playing that. That's the type of game that I'd much rather just see on YouTube. Same, I watched this too. Oh, talking about Markiplier, okay. Barely seen Kindergarten. If you haven't somehow, I have watched Jacksepticeye's playthrough of both of the games. Curdy Kindergarten is a fever dream. Lisa is great. It's absolutely not for everyone. I liked it. I really liked it. Watching Materwellens' playthrough. I love Materwellens, yay! What about Little Inferno? Probably not something for stream. Also, I know what happens in the game. It's very good. You know what?
I played Little Inferno not long ago.
Yeah, but you didn't finish it, did you?
I did.
Oh, you did? Oh, right, you did. I forgot about that, yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
Maybe I should play World of Goo. I remember really enjoying the minimal story aspects from what I saw.
Tasty Planet.
Tasty Planet? No. World of Goo.
Yes.
Well,
Tasty Planet is the best.
I know Tasty Planet. I've seen that on YouTube.
It's the best.
I know
it's the best game.
I know it's good. Yes, sure. Her LP of Lisa is one of the best. Well, I'm glad I watched the one that's considered one of the best. I also watched Wayne Radio TV's, but when I reached the end of his playthrough, which was like very early, like ended very early on in the game, I was so sad. Like, no, I was enjoying it. No. Wayne Radio TV is the HLVRAI guy, by the way. The guy that played Spamton A Spamton, just for context. Grimm's Hollow mentioned. I'm glad you liked the game though, I did too. World of Goo was one of the classic indie hits. I bought a physical CD of it ages ago, that's awesome. I have a physical CD of, well, not an indie game, but speaking of physical CDs, I have a physical CD of Spore. I remember getting it on one of my birthdays from... Yeah. Gosh, burp.
That's amazing actually.
At some point the account stopped working though, so I couldn't play it anymore.
I saw a YouTuber play Sport to Completion like a few months ago.
Oh yeah, the all achievements thing. Honestly,
yes,
I never... Yes. When I played, I always had huge... Like, when I played Spore as a kid, I always had huge, absolutely humongous breaks between playthroughs, so I never got far into the civilization stage, and so I never really experienced much of anything, like anything of the space stage myself. It was always stuff on YouTube years later. And again, I wouldn't be able to play it because my copy of the game was linked to this account that just no longer works.
And when I watched it on YouTube, no one actually got to the space stage. Most people didn't even get to the civilization stage.
Just because that's the dumb part, right? So many people just consider the creature stage to be peak spore, which I understand
Yeah.
having a favorite. I understand having a favorite stage, but dismissing everything that space stage has to offer is kind of crazy to me.
Hmm.
That's kind of crazy to me.
I think like only 10% of people that brought Spore actually got to the civilization phase, let alone the space one.
That's crazy. I love brain roll progression games. I want Tasty Blue too. I don't know. 2008, goddamn, 16 years ago. I never checked out Spore that much, other than people creating crazy creatures with it. What about Papers, Please? Funny suggestion. I'm not sure. I never saw like much of the whole game. Like I don't know the whole story or anything. But I've seen a bunch of like different. But I've seen a bunch of different like segmented parts of it though.
I'm surprised you haven't seen Papers, Please.
No,
Very
I
surprised.
have. No, that's the thing. I have, but I haven't seen anybody play the full game.
Yeah, that. I thought you'd know all the whole game. Like,
No, I
very
don't.
easily.
I know Potato Man.
Have I ever told you you're weird, Craft?
yeah, you have.
I was true.
Okay, guys. Homestuck Act 6. Hi VOD heads, if anybody like listens to that entire rant, if there is anybody, leave a comment about it, I guess.
We
And
appreciate you.
We appreciate you, yes.
That was... We finished the intermission 41 minutes ago.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
man.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Yeah.
Man, Papers, Please is awesome, but definitely not for everyone. Such a unique gameplay. Lamau, all this was for to not start Act 6, understand? No, shut up.
Act 6 is great. Shut up.
Let's
No, Act 6 is good.
let's play a different song. Okay, let's do freaking Hussy Hand, also from Volume 8.
Yeah, so that's the goal here.
Took 5 parts to reach Act 6, she should just go, it's pretty cool, then skipped straight to Act 7 Flash!
It's funny because 80% of the time we spent reading, 80% of the time the series went on for of Homestuck was in Act 6.
Yeah.
And now we're trying to make it the shortest in this summary.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, Act 6, it's pretty cool, but I have some issues with it. Anyway, Act 7. Okay. Okay. Let's get serious here. Serious business, okay? We're seriousing our business here.
Serious business.
Act 6 definitely has great moments. Cough, cough, Aranea, cough, cough. I really felt like, okay, Homestuck is only getting started. Yeah, I got chills at the Act 6 opening. Absolutely, me too. It's a good reopening. There are definitely some people that kind of dreaded this part of the comic, I know, because again, I've seen read-throughs, I've seen live blogs. Some people dread it, specifically because of the fact that, oh, it's starting again, I have to know this entire new cast of characters again, right? I guess that's understandable, but I was excited because I already knew about them. I already knew about Dirk, I already knew about Jane, I already knew about Roxy, I already knew about Jake. I wanted to get to meet them. And just seeing this callback to the beginning of Act 5, which was a large, super important part of the comic in general, seeing this be a callback to that, using the original Homestuck anthem, that's super cool. That was super, super cool to me. I also remember I was like keeping track of which songs in Homestuck Volume 5 I could listen to, like keeping track of which ones have appeared in the comic already. And the Homestuck Anthem specifically and Ruins with Strings were the two that I wasn't able to for the longest time because they were used in those two were used in Act 6. Yay, piano! Jane is never really shown playing the piano after this, is she? I'm pretty sure.
Nope.
A little sad there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's being autumn.
Autumn?
We're really close to 11/11, by the way. Like, it's in 2 days. 11/11 is in 2 days.
1 day now.
Oh yeah, one day.
Yeah, one day.
Polish Independence Day. Sorry, not gay. Day. Problem stuff though. Polish Independence Day. I sleep. Homestuck Alpha Kids introduction anniversary. I wake up. I don't remember how that meme went, but yeah.
Real
This song
shit.
is so great.
Polish Independence Day. The Moiv! The Moiv! Guys, it's the Moiv! That was so
The
good.
boy.
This is such a good intro, dude. It's a great, actually. I wasn't there around for it, but I know that a lot of people that are currently in fandom have very fond memories of when Alpha Kids were still a new thing. People were making like a lot of slice of life fan content with the Alpha Kids. Like specifically Alpha Kids slice of life fan content was like apparently a thing that people remember. It was like a thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously I wasn't around there around for that. God, I love the girl. I love this flash, how it zooms in on all of the items they landed with. That, yeah. Calliope? Calliope? What?
Calopopo.
Calopoop. Okay. Let's talk about Jane, just as a character, because we did that for all of the other characters first. Jane is, like, underappreciated, I think. And because, like, you rarely get to hear about her, despite her being, like, a major part of like a bunch of different things in the comic. It does feel, I kind of get it, considering Dirk is Dirk, Roxy is Roxy, and Jake has a thing with Dirk. But she is, like, for a lot of the actual, you know, parts of the comic where we actually get to know these guys, Jane is at the center of that, usually. And for good reason, like, she is pretty cool. I like her. The fact that she is sort of like, you know, like a voice of reason, very often, but still, like, has all of these silly interests, right? Completely fine with that. And, at the same time, we get to see a lot of her insecurities. There are a lot of times in media I've noticed that when you have a voice of reason character, there isn't really a time where you get to see what they are afraid of themselves, what they are insecure about themselves, what you know, they might be nervous about, what scares them, you know, that kind of stuff. We get to see that with Jane, especially with that one Jake conversation. Well, before the Jake conversation, the prelude to that Jake conversation that is in the previous act of that one. And I like that, right? Like, it's the makeup of her character, just the parts of her are really cool, I think, personally. The gigantic arrow button kills me every time. Simpler times. I wish I was there, lol. Maybe not for the toxicity, but yeah. I know people recount those days as like, yeah, though that type of fun content, it hit different at the time, you know. I like Jane, but she is my least favorite kid. That's understandable. If you already, a lot of people will probably have a least favorite kid. Well, talking about Homestuck, I'm not talking about their actual children. You shouldn't be favoritizing your actual children. I think with all the other kids, it just you just grasp their deal a lot easier. That might be part of it. But I like Jane's deal. That's the point I'm trying to make. You cannot enter her name. Very cool. Not much to say here. Let's just. Oh yeah, Jakey boy. Okay, since we're on Jake, let's talk about Jake a little. I'd like him too. There are a lot of people who only care about him because of his relationship with Dirk. I've noticed, which is a bit quite unfair to him. I think he is genuinely really fun, and again, this is the sort of thing where you know, us getting introduced to the rooms is really cool, and the fact that they cut that short a little for Dirk and Roxy is a little sad, especially considering that they too had to be like raised on their own by the basically media they had available to them, because there weren't any other humans around. That part of it all has always been sad, and it's just a shame that we didn't get to see those two's rooms in as much detail as Jane and Jake here, because we will get to do that. And Jake in general, he is, I don't know, he's funny. He has an interesting issue going on with him, right? Like his whole conflict that revolves around him, his trouble just in general talking about more serious stuff with his friends. It's interesting, and I don't really have much else to say about that here. And his movie obsession. I don't know, there's just, again, Jake, cool. I think he's cool. Also the freaking, like, the English fake-outs constantly. They were... yeah. I do know that a lot of people... Oh yeah, and this too. This is first the conversation with autoresponder. Or Hal, yeah, because I should be calling him Hal. Calling him Hal, that's what I meant to say. That's the thing that always people always point out. It's always implied to the reader that they talk more, but we never get to see them do it much at all. And it's always this guy. It's always this guy. Man. They have a thing going on, and it's not good. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it, I do not like the Alpha Kids, but in order of preference it'd be Roxy, Dirk, Jane, or Jake. Blah.
I like them.
I don't like saying it like that. Jake. The more I hear about the fandom, the more I realize the death of MSP...
Oh, so you don't like them either?
No! The more I hear about the fandom, the more I realize the death of MSPA forums was worse than the Library of Alexandria being destroyed. That's the thing. That it seems like there were many fun things to find there. It's sad that it's just gone. I wish Hassie finished his character arc though. There. I hate Jake actually. Okay. A friend of mine loves Jake. I wish Hassie finished everyone's character arcs for that matter. Yeah. Real. Oh, his character arc is in Jake's, not Hassie's character arc. Okay, I was confused out there for a second. The fact all of that collected years of fandom is just gone actually kills me. No, yeah. That Dirk bro is immediately established as such a dynamic. That Dirk is bro, yeah. But that's the thing, right? Because this also obviously provides more interest for Dirk specifically later. The whole thing of, you know, how he differs from Bro and from what we know about Bro. It's an important part of him, right? That he gets also, you know, just kind of scared of, because of the, you know, his whole heart thing. Oh, I'm actually all of my iterations anyway, no matter what. That part of that conversation with Dave was fantastic. When you know, that had to be established that no, bro, you are not him, and in a good way. Usually when you say that phrase, it's not good. No, the dynamic is cool. Like, obviously, besides the just Jane having a crush on him here, and Jake just kind of being oblivious to it. Before that happens, we get to see really nice banter between them. It's just you know, friends being friends, and it's really cool, I think.
Yeah.
I kind of wish more people would talk about Jane's love of sitcoms. I'll admit, I do forget about it. Jake is literally a shonen main character. How? In what way? Are shonen main characters British? Don't even confirm that he's British. It's more so said that Calliope is British. That's the person that is actually pointed out in the comic to be talking like a British person. But you know, it's kind of just an easy pickings to do an awful British accent at Jake. Okay. Yeah, more of the... My sweet child, my sweet boy. God, I forgot that the song went like that. Let me actually play a different song. How did Galaxy Hearts go? I forgot how this song goes. Not really fitting, but I actually miss listening to it, so I'll play Galaxy Hearts from Volumes 8. I love Square Wave and Sawtooth. I wish they were more relevant, because Sawtooth is literally this freaking awesome robot that Dirk built himself. That has these missiles and can fight, and like we get that, and yet we don't see Sawtooth like participate in Collide, for instance, at all, when he could have been useful, you know, in some way. I think that's a little sad. And yeah, we get to see Jane's house. I remember when this made me think that reverse engineering alchemy would be the thing that would give us a new Major Yorb. That's something that like I assumed when I saw this initially, which could have been cool, I think, still. Yeah, Jane's silly. Seeing that again was great. Well, you know, different iteration, but still, he's like basically the same person. Dad Crocker. I do like that they, as much as they say that, oh, you give this character more like importance, give this character more importance, I feel like Dad Crocker got that enough, you know. That's like, that's to me, like Dad Crocker's handling specifically throughout all of Act 6, I think is actually good. I think it's actually good. I'm satisfied with Dad Crocker. This wallpaper. Okay, let's skip around. So yeah, her whole deal with Betty Crocker. It's also like the Feferi connection too, right? Like seeing that for the first time, like noticing the tiara being that, or the connection with the Condess, considering that the Condess is Betty Crocker. The fact that that Feferi connection didn't go anywhere is kind of wild to me, because like the visuals for that were all there. And like, and I guess it didn't, because Feferi was deemed an irrelevant character via Hasi, which sad. Like, why would you, like, why would you declare a character irrelevant when literally you could be using her as like a perfect way to like explore some stuff thematically here, like parallels between characters here. She already had a cool character. Why not, you know, do that, like, you know, combine that with Jane's deal, right? Like, if there are already parallels visually, why not do that like thematically? And it's just weird that didn't happen once more. Okay, yeah. Much. Josh, seeing like the other like the beta kids as guardians was really cool for the first time too. And this callback too. Perfectly funny book. And her dream. I love seeing Prospect in general. Like just these stock photos combined together like this. They make for such cool, like, just looking areas. Oh, you're crying. And in general, you know, every time I see Carapations, I am happy. I'm being acknowledged as an actual thing in the universe, in the world of the comic. And there's so many things that are just like so surprising to like, what do you mean, Lucy are on this freaking island? Like, where from where? I'm pretty sure at some point I did. Hi, Brobot. I'm pretty sure at some point I did. Oh, Seb. God, I can't like speak about anything because so many like things are getting introduced that I absolutely love. Hi, Seb. I love Seb so much. Seb should have been more relevant too. I don't care about anything. I don't care that it's a silly gag character. I don't care about anything. Seb should have been more relevant. That's my opinion.
the only true opinion.
No, not Tinkerbell 2.0. It's not Tinkerbell 2.0. That's a different person, different creatura from that same species. Come on, be a little respectful. Oh god, so many things in chat. Okay, sorry guys. I'll try to skip. Get the ones that interest me most, maybe, because like we're trying to get through this part faster than normal, you know. But so sorry about that. Welcome back, AR. I kind of wish more people talked about Jane's lowest because okay, I read that already. Shonen main character in the way every other alpha kid is, at some point had a crush on him. Oh, right, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Hope powers is bullcrap and I like some powers just being imbalanced like that. It feels like something that would happen in universe if it's something was not designed specifically to be a certain way. That an imbalance would be there. I don't know, that just makes sense to me. Oh, you're talking about the shonen part still. Okay, his convoluted love triangle starts off weak, it's supposed to become stronger across this adventure. Then it doesn't really happen. It's just sat there. Why Jake? Pop-Up is also great. Pop-Up deserved more screen time. Just his corpse. Also a little ahead of myself, Act 6, eventually dealing with alcoholism with Roxy and Rose is interesting. I'll say that, definitely. Like with them exchanging the whole like drinking thing, almost. Arrested Development reference. I did read that about that on Miss Finefeather's blog. I did read about that. I swear I'm not just crazy, but it aligns with Hasi using more anime reference humor, but Jake was definitely made to parody anime MCs, you think so? Okay. How powerful Evidence One was? Yeah. Okay. And seeing this too, like in a slightly different condition, because Jade, I guess, old Jade wouldn't cut down all these trees. There's lily pads to the temple. Gosh. Not the lucite different sizes. Just seeing that they can be different sizes, I think that's just a cool little detail that I always liked. Goat. Okay, let's move on. Oh yeah! Frickin' Dirk and Jane. We see Dirk interact with Jane before Jake. But yeah, super good duo too. Probably biased because of Jane and Dirk's bacon bonanza, but still, fantastic duo. Daughter, if you are reading this, it means you are strong enough to lift a fridge. You have truly become a mature, powerful woman. I have never been more proud. Now be a good girl and put the fridge down and stay inside. Oh, I love him so much. Yeah, because she has that whole thing where people trying to murder her because of her connection to...
Boom.
What?
Boom.
What do you mean, boom?
Boom.
What do you mean,
The
boom?
fridge did boom.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't looking. I was looking at the browser. What was I gonna? Oh yeah. Her trying to be people having like a bounty on her head or something almost because of her status as being like related to Betty Crocker. Which Betty Crocker is like a large thing in this iteration of Earth. Because she has that like way bigger just in general empire. Puff. Yeah, blah blah blah. Not too important stuff. Oh, never mind. This Flash. I'll watch it actually. I don't rewatch it enough actually. I'd say even.
Mm-hmm.
I love Wind Chime Foley. Explode! Explode! Explode!
Wouldn't it be weird if it exploded?
Yeah.
Boom. Boom.
Boom.
My daughter is dead! It's
The
definitely...
leaves are falling!
What?
The leaves are falling. Oh my
Leaves are
god.
falling.
Okay, sure.
Dude, you do not know how to do anything.
Okay. Pipe bomb! It literally pipe bomb in mailbox, oh man. One down! No, not kids. I mean these curtain dealies. I feel like this is a part that a lot of people also don't remember. The freaking Hassi's robot arc.
Yeah.
Well, no, you know, Lord English gets rid of Hassibot, but Hassi himself is still somehow. I don't know. It's weird. Later on, but this section here, it's funny. Oh yeah, because, well, this part obviously is known for obvious reasons. It's really cool though. This is so stupid. I don't really have any opinion on it though. Oh yeah, the freaking these titles. Very cool. Sayonara, Kansas. The Kiddie Camper Kiddie Camper Hold on, Kiddie Camper Handy Sash. Yeah, that's what it's called. Should have been more of these badges that we saw. Caliburn's thing of like being able to unlock any door makes no sense though. Yeah, intermission 1. God. That break, right? And with completely new characters and then seeing these two again. That was so good. Do you think it was good, Luna?
What?
I want to
What?
repeat myself. Fatherly shock exploded end of Act 6, exactly.
Then, yes, I think it was good.
Though Jade's like John is like shocked about the 3 years thing here, definitely. And we get to see the effects of that later. I had a thing here, but I don't remember now. I like the images here though. How Jade is drawn. This is like her hair. I like specifically her hair here. I don't know. This is like a kind of a transitional style because this is definitely way more of actual hero mode in this still. But like I like how she's drawn here. Anyway. Remember when I thought that the Alpha universe was allowed to exist because of this hand? Like...
Yeah. I was like, what is she on about?
No, but like, that's the thing, like, the rest of us would be destroyed, right? And I thought that because the... it wouldn't get to be created anywhere, I guess, in terms of if we're talking about like, well, it's still all relative, right? That does make sense for it to be still be there anyway. But like, I imagined it would be like a scratched version of a universe would be in a separate thing from the original Genesis Frog, or like in a complete like a specified separate part. I was like always imagining that the frog had.
Well, that
here,
does
yeah.
make sense. It does make sense.
But the consistency of the Red Miles coming to the future where Dirk and Roxy live, that's definitely something that I always appreciated, that the detail was there. And these two. PM, seeing PM with the ring, with the powers of the ring, with being like on par with Jack and just being determined to frick him up. This was so satisfying. His freaking crush. Sure. And they let the chase begin.
Abscond.
WV is actual ellipses. You...
The
I don't
4,000
know.
page chase. It did happen.
I don't remember what that says.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, bye, Sad.
Bye.
Night, sad.
Bye, night. Good night.
He
Oh,
is very.
Kirkut again just thinks he actually lost a friend properly again. Like, to give him a break. There's
Look,
everybody.
are your friends up there?
Not much to say here. Let's just move on. Oh no, I'm not moving on from this. So I definitely appreciated that at least this early on they already acknowledged, yes, everybody was on the planets, everybody was brought on with them. That at least, the fact that I'm treating this as like an absolute win. Even talking about like Obviously, later on they just completely fade into the background completely, and they are not even in too many scenes. Anybody of these people, but just the fact that there are people from Rose's Cult. There is Casey here. There is like for some reason an iguana who picked up Ahab's crosshairs. Their sites, just seeing them acknowledged here is good. Dave Sprite's thing, I don't think I'm gonna talk about John and Dave Sprite's thing much because I've already like done that a lot during the actual comic. Lob. Nice. I feel like I've done that a lot during the actual comic already. I don't think I have the energy to do that right now here. Hey, it's the gun again. Yeah. Now, how did it make its way to Jake when he was making Liv Tyler, huh? The craziest thing about pre-retcon is that pre-retcon Rose loses everything and everyone she knew was dead, and she never gets a moment with Dave Sprite. That feels like such a missed opportunity, not gonna lie. Well, I mean, just Rose, Sprite, and Dave Peta, they get that. But like they definitely don't. They I don't think they talk about that part, do they? I don't remember now. I'm basically an extra now, and the girl I love can never be with since she's already with myself because I'm now an extra forever. Damn this, I'm kind of same. Okay, I don't. Wow. Pentacle therapist, alienist therapist. I love these titles. They're so silly. Revenge of Ricky Schrödinger. Yeah, okay. Hot potato butterfingers. The fact that just this just gives them the ability to narratively speak with others, like with just in a regular panel. Just that fact. That's so funny still, but also a little bit makes me mad somehow. But yeah, seeing all of these people together was a joy. Getting to them to break down what they are actually gonna be doing for the next 3 years, like why they are even gonna be doing it for anything for 3 years. I like these conversations a lot, and I don't really have much else to say about that. Book it. Fantastico. Yes, very important. Very importante. Flash. Okay? Yes. Carcat. No. No! All of them are already hooking up with the humans! No! Dave's fucking smirk! Imagine smirk. This is stupid.
This is stupid.
Nicolas Cage. You guys know that feature? You guys know that feature where if you mention a public figure in a video and like YouTube picks that up that you mentioned that public figure, you get to see them in the description somehow in this separate section. Nick Cage has been like in that section of the description, that generated section of the description, for like all of these streams just because I mentioned Nick Cage.
I had no idea that was a thing.
You can open like the the last VOD and you'll see Nicolas Cage there.
Let me see.
Carcat's honest to God reaction to that information. Ricky Schrödinger comes from an earlier pastelog. I do remember something about that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, see? PM. Sending them WV. Man, cool. Honestly, the fact that she could teleport WV there, right? With the body portal. I wonder if in any way she could have done that to herself, just teleport herself to the green sun. Cause like she has like reach there. When they are close to the green sun, she has reach there. So could she just have been on the meteor with them, with like scaring off Jack? Maybe? Like would that be possible technically? And she just didn't think of it? Maybe? I don't know. They was talking about Terezi about Schrödinger, the scientist, but Terezi confused them with Ricky Schrödinger, who I believe is a child actor who was in one of the "Is This You?" dancing gifs. Oh, okay. That makes sense. The mayor. Okay, cool. Yeah. I love this this Flash being like redone constantly. This Flash too. God, I don't want to watch every single Flash, but like this one is so good. This one holds such a special place in my heart. I love Infinity Mechanism, and I love this Flash so much. It hypes you up so much for what's about to come. And yeah, it does deliver. But the specific vibes that this presents the future events to you with are incredible. Absolutely incredible. Deep cut joke, lol. I don't think many people got that one. Doesn't Jade state the first Guardian powers don't allow that? Yeah, she does. I just remembered when you said that. Absolutely does, yes. Sorry, isn't. True. True and real. This is just so cool. Skya vibes. The drones. This is the only time we see the drones like so detailed and up close like that. Well, not the only time. What the hell am I talking about? Dirk obviously freaking kills them. Obviously. Why did I even say that? Obviously Dirk fights them. I'm stupid. This is the prettiest Skya has ever looked? Exactly. Gives very much the specific colors that the clouds have here, right? Because obviously this is color edited. The specific colors that the clouds have here gives very much Fruity Guerrero. And the basic chess match. It's so cool, man. Every single part of that they show us here. So cool. Another weird Homestuck fact you probably didn't know / realize: Aqueous' quirk is based around 100% because Sagittarius is a centaur. Oh my god, I never realized. That's so weird. That's so actually it's such a specific thing. That's so funny. I actually kind of love that. What the hell was the Discord gif? Looking out at Prospect.
Yes.
Once again. The freaking these texts being even more even more physical, I guess, this time around. This is so cool always. Also, are those flashes like a lightning storm in Skya? Because there were some flashes on Skya just now. Gosh, I'm getting tired. I don't want to finish this. Well, not the whole thing. Okay, yeah. And then the arrow slowly appearing in a second. It's vibes, man. The guitar on the song. Fantastic stuff. Love the implication that the giant prospect and their names are actually really there. Yes. I want to think of that. I want to think that the thanks for playing is physically there too. Though the Homestuck logo next to the sun probably is not. I'm not sure. Her seeing the ball get dropped, the miracle of a new beginning, just because it's New Year's. Jack does the stabby thing. Dead. Okay. I love Jack's parts in specifically B2's Jack's before he goes Union Jack. I love them, especially because of the jailbreak stuff later. His freaking hat. Because they are they underline who Jack is as a character, right? Without, I guess, the past that Slick has. He still does his own thing. He's, I don't know, that it's satisfying to see Jack be Jack, you know, and the stuff that him being in jail sparks for like his narration when he's in there is really interesting. As I always say, wish we could have seen more of that. Also, the freaking peanuts allergy thing, and that's how CD kills Jake is freaking incredible. Lifey thing.
Uh-oh.
Meow. Ball, drop. Bounce. Very cool. And then WQ beats up Jack later on. A little later on. Yeah, okay. So teleported by Godcat, G-Cat. Very cool. G-Cat in general is a funny thing considering the DNA sequencing thing. I don't know. G-Cat should have been a bigger force here. I know that nobody had G-Cat as like a pet, but still. Cool thing, you don't really get to see G-Cat a lot more, like very much at all. Just a little, sadly. Okay, Roxy. Roxy, this is the first. Okay, yeah, because this is the. I think I ignored the last time Roxy showed up. Roxy is so cool. She. I always liked that when you looked at the Alpha kids and then you looked at the Guardians, like they're the adult versions they grew into, especially when I'm talking about like not Nana specifically, right? It always feels like, yeah, I can see those people becoming those people if their bad traits were like exaggerated, right? So like Roxy's like complete like loosey-goosiness with everything. Like, well, not that's the thing, when not with everything. Early on she has that, right? But she then just kind of realizes that, oh, all of my friends are getting screwed up with their freaking personal issues that they can't resolve. I guess I have to do some stuff myself too. I know that didn't go like that necessarily, but it does feel that way in some part, because Jane definitely feels way more like a leader here, but Roxy feels way more like a leader when they are actually in the session. Specifically because she is like the only tether between like all of the characters still, even after like the two fallouts that both Jane and Dirk had with Jake. I just feel like that's really cool. That's a really cool thing about her character, especially considering like just her being like talking all so silly even when not drunk.
Yeah.
I don't know. G-Cat is technically Jane's pet as much as an omnipotent cat can be a pet. Cats can be very loving too, though. Jasper's is very loving. The pings, Luna. Those are not even my pings, and I'm hearing them very vividly.
Well, it's not my fault. I don't know what to do about that. Just tell Azure not to message me.
No, you guys talk right now, always, all the time. Just turn off your ping noise or something. G-Cat is really weird to me because I keep thinking that he's not a real part of the comic. Like, even when I'm at a page he's on, I still go, yeah, no, that's not a real character. Why am I like this? That's funny. Let's play Home Free from Volume 8. Okay. Yeah, big book.
Big book?
Dirk's freaking editorial stuff. I remember hearing about the fact that somebody took it for themselves to like get the actual Pony Pals, Detective Pony, get that actual book, and then edit the entire thing as if Dirk edited it, and there is like a whole storyline. I think that's really cool, but I haven't seen it myself yet. This is so cool. I love Dirk and Jane. This is so cool, and I like their friendship a lot. And yes, freaking explode. Hey Jane, step away. Meow. What? This sweet catch. Hell yeah, this is so funny. I love that. Okay, let's move on. Seb. Also, the dad without his hat is so cursed. He looks like an egg.
Yeah.
The Spurb stuff. And this is our actual introduction to both Roxy and Dirk. Yeah, Dirk's... God, we still don't know. How the hell does he have Maple Hoof and she's so small? Where did that come from? That never got resolved. Thanks, Pony, who was presumably a tiny Maple Hoof for some reason. How did that happen? You used... like, Homestuck before this, Homestuck would go out of its way specifically to explain this a time loop like this. Here, we just don't know. Where did this come from? I heard Dirk editing the book could be a reference to of him taking over the narrative, a narrative, and would therefore imply anyone who has Yaldabaoth as denizen can do that. God, that is like kind of a stretch, but I understand what you're saying, yeah? Because Caliborn had Yaldabaoth and he took over the narrative. He really did. He really did it. He just created his own, right? Like, did he really take over the narrative? I don't know if we can say that necessarily. Yeah, and Yaldabaoth is the demiurge, the creator of the material world. Not creator, the builder. That's kind of the thing. Well, creator of the material, builder of the material world, according to Plato, anyway. I think that's a thing in Gnosticism too. Is that something that they kept? I think they did, right? I don't remember. Yeah, Dirk. Frickin' Dirk's room. It's really weird to me that we only get to see this room of his house when the other room is right there also. A bigger room. But I always like the vibes with Dirk. Obviously it's sad that he had to grow up in this super isolated place alone. But just seeing him here, I'm doing this, like above the water, I don't know. There is a certain atmosphere to that image, you know, to that mental image of this single flat from like an apartment block being suspended over water on large stilts. There is something about it, you know. There is a reason why the Moonsetter cover art is so iconic. Yes. She's so spunky. Good stuff. Oh yeah, and this freaking modus. I love it. I wish we could have seen more of it with the old other than in this scene, because it's really funny. Though I guess they just didn't want to deal with that, which is understandable, because it's like really complicated for no reason really. Why do you have so many different kinds of orange soda? And how are they not expired? Like all of them.
Maybe they all are.
They probably are.
Maybe he's just collecting them.
No, I'm not too knowledgeable on Gnosticism either. I just recently learned about the demiurge and how that was adapted into Yaldabaoth and Gnosticism. In philosophy class, I recently learned about that. That's why I said it, though I don't actually know about much of anything about Gnosticism myself. I love you, Square Wave. Oh yeah, and the frickin' Dursite press. I always loved that part of it all. Wrap off. It's frickin'... Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Incredible indeed.
Yo, this is why I couldn't help but check you loading up your silly belly. Okay, I'm not doing this whole thing. Yes, orange soda on the man, on your freaking creation, your child. Sure, man. Heartless. This just shows Dirk is heartless. SMH Dirk gets cancelled 2024. Okay. The fact that HB just gets killed here. The freaking disrespect here, man. Like, that's the last we see of any version of HB in the comic. Just goes out like this. That's so sad. take responsibilities seriously. Sort of autoresponder, right? I don't remember how this went. They definitely have a thing going on here. Hal's interactions with Dirk have always had a level of uncomfortability to me. And I guess that we'll elaborate on that once we get to, you know, the Hal and Dirk conversation. Yeah, more Spurb stuff. That just makes sense. Hi. Freaking Problems Loop reference. Wee! Meow. Meow.
Meow.
That's from the future.
Nice.
This is the part where Roxy Daydream happens, and also we do get to see her explore her room. I just forgot about it. I just was whining for no reason. I also always found it interesting how the fenestrated plane on her wall here, like, well, not always. I never really, I didn't always think about it, but the fenestrated plane here on her wall points to some kind of place with a tree, which would suggest that she can kind of leave where she is with the fenestrated plane if she wanted to, probably, right? Like if it's just there.
Yeah.
Through the window, like go
Yeah.
somewhere else. That's a little
That's
weird
true.
to think about.
She's a silly girl. She wouldn't do that.
Okay. Complacency of the learned. Finding this out, or like just hearing about Rose's, the Alpha Rose's spoils. Not spoils, just creation. That's really cool, I think. Like in general, it was cool hearing anything ever about Dave and Rose in this timeline, in this iteration of the universe. It was always cool. Seep, seep, seep. Oh yeah, Roxy Sleepwalk. I won't watch this whole thing, but it's really good. All of the visuals related to like to the dream bubbles, to the like combining of the different like places. It's so cool. Okay, because like. Again, the fact that we spend so much time with the dream bubbles is really cool. Just it's a shame that thematically the whole like doubles thing doesn't really come out all too much anymore. But I'll stop whining about it after this. Oh hi Rhombus. I don't really have a solid grasp on Dirk's character. Me neither, honestly. Like everyone else is, I sort of get, but with Dirk I just go like IDK man, even though I know just as much about him as characters get. No, yeah, me too, honestly. I'm not very good at judging characters, so I'd say that myself as well. Also, heart players in HB always getting decapitated should be a reference to the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland and her off with her head. Really now? That would absolutely make sense considering how much other Alice in Wonderland stuff is in Homestuck. But wow, I'd never actually heard of that. That's really interesting. I love that combined planet too, and this backdrop. There's so many cool like combinations of locales that we've seen before in the comic and in this Flash. Equus and Arabia bots. So cool.
Arabia Bob.
Arabia Bob. Showing up more. So cool. I'm just admiring the visuals.
Yeah.
Getting these like seeing these things converge for the first time when that was happening, like that was so cool. Because this was also, at this point, I was already looking forward to like these characters meeting already for the first time, right? And we got that in the whole game over part, right? For the first time when we saw that happen was in the game over part, which why would it have to be such a rough situation? Which okay, yeah, it adds interest, but still, as for me, it was a little sad there. But yeah, this is cool. I like how the purple moon is still in the background, even though everything else fades out of Rose's land here. Nice. And look, Nepcat is real, 100%, 100%.
True.
Love these redraw of super early panels, but making them wear more recent attire, like god tier outfits. What the hell was it? What the heck was all that about? Oh, hey there, Friglish. Hey, these two are also talk really cool. I don't know. All of the alpha kid dynamics that aren't when there is no drama, all of the alpha kid dynamics are really cool to read about. Nix. Also really cool fan art there used. No, this happens. Goodbye, Jaspers. Friglish.
Oh yeah, bye-bye. It was good to have you on the show.
Okay. Oh yeah. I still have to do Dirk's part. Can I okay, let's just map. Am I going
Map?
faster, Luna?
I don't know.
Because this is also after. Oh no, okay, yeah. Because Dirk's part. Hold on. What is Dirk's part?
Yes, you're going pretty.
No,
you're
I already
going-
did Dirk's part. I'm stupid. We already did Dirk's part. I was just convinced that Prince of Heart Rise Up was in Dirk's part, but it's outside of Dirk's part. I'm dumb. That's a good
No,
start,
yeah,
though.
this is a good pace now.
I think this is again one of the more beloved flashes in the whole in the whole comic, and for good reason. But I will always be salty about the fact that the stuff that they set up with Durst's society, right, with Durst's people in general, being maybe questioning of Condes at least a little, because that was basically the thing that Calliope tried to encourage Dirk to do there. She wanted him to influence how Dursites, felt about the contest, right? And we don't get to see any effect of that. It's like the whole point of him going out here. It's to show him who's boss, right? And what he stands for. Because these people on Durs treated the dreamers like celebrities, even though they in the end will stand opposed to the Dark Kingdom, So so Dirk, introducing that concept of him being against the contest to the Dursites, that being the whole point, and then there not really being like an effect of that shown in the comic later. That's so dissatisfactory to me. But I know I've talked about it. I've talked about it at length before. I do like this flash a lot still. Look at him go. Yeah, and Jake gets his arse kicked. The Jake arse kicking is definitely very satisfactory too. I mean, animation wise, I don't think Jake should be getting hurt genuinely. I think. God, this is also such a cool reveal. Look at her. Remember how you predicted Connie doing the walking down the stairs scene? Did I? Can you recall that for me? Because I don't remember actually. Kind of off topic, but hi DD. I love you, DD. I love DD so much. Kind of off topic, but somehow YouTube updated and it completely broke pausing videos. I literally can't unpause stuff anymore. Guess what just happened? Man, I love updates that break stuff even more. Really now. I don't That's really weird. Peak Flash. Dark's personality really lives up to him being an incarnation of Bro, fully indecipherable. Oh my god. Yeah, you did. Even reacted with "I knew it." I literally said it. Wow, really? I don't remember that. I literally don't remember that. There's so much of my original read-through that I already have forgotten. I'm sorry, guys. DD's freaking silly walk. Oh, and this being redrawn later for him jumping at an air. DD was so cool in Act 6. He should have been more cool than he already was cool. And I know he's kind of uncaring about HB here, but I always like to imagine that at least in the Midnight Crew universe they all care about each other way more than just being not reacting at all to freaking HB dying here, the DD. I don't know. That has been a thing with where I always wanted them to be, you know, to be all villainous, but also care about each other. I always wanted that to be the case, but we never got really gonna see that in the comics. So I know that that's just my personal headcanon, not really based on anything. But shut up, canon is what I want it to be.
Okay. I will shut up.
It's okay. Didi could make an awesome main antagonist. I absolutely think he could, with enough setup. Jack was the expression because he knows he's the lamest version of himself. No. Fun fact: I actually saw this flash before even starting to read the comic fully, thanks to a shop of time on my side. I thought Jake was just John in an outfit he got later in the comic at the time. That's really funny. You're freaking... Jake, please. Bro. Your contraption in its busy fists just royally kicked my ass. That as God made little green apples isn't all there is to say on the matter. Okay, whatever, man. Can't read your freaking dialogue anymore. I'm not used to it at all. Afraid Dirk can't hear you right now, Jacob. Blah. Yeah, here he meets Ara now. Okay, bye. Sorry. Okay, I'll stick around on it a little more. So this was. I remember when my first thought here wasn't that this was like, you know, Mindfang. My first thought here was that this was like the other Vriska after a time skip, which we get later. But I thought this was Vriska. Just thinking about that right now is pretty funny. Okay, yeah, no, okay, let's not dwell. Oh yeah, and yeah, battle overtime to rip out my uranium heart. Oh yeah, also this is when Jane fumbles the bag, which yeah, I'd do that. That would happen to me. But also, it's a problem specific to Jane and related to her character, and I see that absolutely. It's rough. It's rough, like her just like, idiot! I am an idiot and I am still typing. Like, it feels so real. That feels so real. God. Shut the frick up! Why did I write we? Friendly style. God, it's freaking death on her mind. Here, get this crap out of my face. But you need it, whatever. My God. Oh yeah, this is where she beats his arse. Yeah! Woo!
Hell yeah.
Okay. More of WQ in Act 5, Act 6, please. That didn't happen. Did I just miss Arana? Yes, hi Ice. I relayed your message. Just so you know. Ooh. Okay. Sorry, I just got a ping. Back to home free in the background. This too. Because we later see the Carapacians, that's so cool. Young mom.
Good job for saying yes.
Young Rose mom. Young Rose mom. Be cool.
Yes.
What's
Could
this?
we end like pretty soon?
Yeah,
sleepy.
probably.
It's almost 2 a.m.
Yeah, probably. Oh yeah, the freaking Friglish fast forward to Jasper sprite. This was really fun. I love this one. This and the Liv Tyler. This and the Liv Tyler flash that's also in this sub act is really funny to me because it's just yeah. Yeah, everything. Just recapping the history. Jasper's is important, okay?
Yeah.
Meow 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 meow. Jasper's fight.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty much how all that happened.
Yeah. That's all of Homestuck, actually. By the way, Craft, since we on Roxy right here, you ever noticed, by the way, the parallels between the Maros room and pre-scratch Roxy's inside the lab? Not really, actually. I never did. What do you think this is? Act 6 intermission 2? That'll be happening pretty soon, don't worry. Let's all try to settle down here. That's really funny. And seeing these guys, that was so cool. Like, by the way, in general, I always love seeing like regular carapations, like that aren't the main character carapations, you know, that we already know. Because like it's just so cool to see how much diversity they have in like head shapes, eye shapes, body shapes. There's so much that you can like actually do with these guys, despite them being so simple. I think it's really cool. Also, the whole thing of her being in the neighborhood of these guys, and basically trying to help, like this being her community, basically. That's just a really cool aspect that doesn't get brought up all too much too, because again, not too much of a focus, but I always liked it, especially since hold on, there is this one song in
Oh, hey Roxy, I just noticed you joined. Hello.
I said she joined. You are just distracted.
I told you, it's almost 2 a.m. I'm sleepy.
Yeah, I know, sorry. Yeah, this. I always see, this is something that I always enjoyed, because the musicians and the artists for the cover tracks, right, have like they have like choice of their own of what to make the music about, right? What to make the song about, what to name the song. That it wasn't like a thing that Hasi brought onto them, and that means that even the smallest part, right, that just went and gone, can get like a little more focus in the form of a song. And I always liked that this specifically, you know, we have that in the form of this song, with the whole thing of Roxy trying to support the Kara patients around her. I think that's really cool. Yeah, I had a really hard time saying that because, again, I'm also very tired at this point. But I kind of want to finish this act. You know, skipping around through it at least. Oh yeah, and this is such a cool visual. I mean, obviously, we already got it, but again, still, just cool. Well, Jikat does that. So there was some point to this, somehow. GCAT probably just for some reason didn't want her to go through the exit of the actual lab, not to go back to her house immediately. But like, why? What did GCAT want from that? But the fact that somehow there is this path between the windows is somewhere in the freaking, oh gosh, this retransition also onto the purple moon. Is somewhere in the furthest ring randomly, and randomly Roxy gets here and gets to be like her physical body. This is not like a dream projection, but like her physical body just like randomly went into here, and that's just, I don't know. There are so many like different interesting situations that happen in these earlier points of like Act 6 while they are still trying to figure out how to get into the game. Like the fact that we spend so much time on that is so cool. I really wish we got more of their actual session. You know, that would have just man, it just saddened to me a little. You know. Anyway, hi Mina. So basically, the rooms is the same for some odd reason. If you look at Mom Lal's room back in Act 3, I think, and Damara's in Act 5, Act 2. Huh, okay. There's some exiles with really cool rack designs, and we don't get to see any of them do anything. Yeah. I could say the same thing for consorts. Sad. I like this cover art so much. Why are you holding nothing though? Just a cover of 2 pairs of hands is symbolically pleasing, but looks empty. Yeah, they are holding nothing. Worst character alert, get out of here. Everything would have been good if Mina and Arana were lesbians with each other, okay? That's the objective truth. Mina is both really cool, but something about her makes me irrationally angry. I don't know what it is. She just annoys me. I think she's cool. I don't know. Oh yeah. Hello, Dirk. I want to play a game. God. Oh, this paper. I love it. I always like this panel. This is really cool. I'll bookmark it. That's how much I love it. Wallpaper. Yeah, wallpaper. There we go. I want. I remember when I first got to these, before we actually formally met Caliborn, right? Before we formally met Caliborn, when we these were the only one did like these early like and before even, you know, the freaking saucy imagery drawn by Dirk. When this was the only conversation I had to go off of for Caliborn's character, I was like, guys, I'm not sure about him. Y'all like him so much, I'm not sure about it. But yeah, I got convinced later. He's funny. But I remember specifically reading this and I was like, guys, you guys are hyping this character up. I don't get it. I'll be honest, even taking away that part of the Hernard, whatever. Let's just not talk about it right now. I mean, it's full of it, so yeah, also disagree, especially in any romantic context. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. I know you are joking, but Aramin makes me visceral. Okay. I honestly wouldn't have expected that from you, Doug. But yeah, that makes sense. If you just don't like Mina. I like content of their seeing out of their sheep though. Not too aggressive about it though. They committed the president, you still lived an unpleasant individual. No, understandable, yeah. I still like her somehow. I still like her. I don't know. Not only just Caliborn. Caliborn is my son. I hate Mina so much. You have no idea. Okay. You say, you know, people say you have no idea. I actually did not have any idea. And it's not spades, all platonic. Okay, thank you for... yeah. Ghost Punch! Nice abscond! Freaking super jump suddenly, just because it's space. Nice. Alright, these guys. Not out of the frying pan yet. Why are you even escaping? Last scamper, god, I love that. Okay. Yeah, meteor, observing the meteor, and Jane enter. Here is the end. Here is what we're looking for. The fact that Taste for Adventure is used in so many flashes, and we only get the actual main part of the song where, like, in the final use is so funny to me. But it is a good song. It is a really, really good song when you listen to the whole of it. But yeah, another Jungle 2, fantastic stuff. Full song is also really good. What the hell is this thing saying? Pray tell, the funny orb, what are you trying to convey to me? The whale in the sky. Ah, that I love parallels like that, the visual parallels like that. And we think it's gonna be a regular entry. And we think it's gonna be a regular entry. Okay, Cat doesn't like that. Goodbye. Doesn't get prototyped. No apple, somehow. How the hell does she even enter? Seb is doing his little dance as always. What do I do? The tree just does its own thing on its own. And we realize that this is gonna be a way different session. And I think that's really cool. And the contest is here. God, this switch up is actually really cool. I still really, really enjoy it, honestly. That's the point of the expression when you have no idea, when you have in fact no idea. This city too. This is the only time we see something like this, but like we know that the Carapacians, were like inhabited that Earth, you know. Which is crazy, like those city, that city had Carapacians in it, and the contest was still doing her stuff with them. Why exactly? after failing with humans, we don't know, but like they probably didn't enjoy it. Dirk readying his sword. That's where the fight is gonna happen. Yeah. Now we realize they're in the future. They're in the middle of an ocean. With Roxy specifically being in this grid. It's so cool. The switch up is very cool, I think. And this and I like this flash. Hamburger helper. So cool. Okay.
Nice. Pretty good.
This is where we'll end. I'll read the chat still. Gcat, I'll never forgive you for robbing us of the hilarity that could have been pop-up sprite. Yeah, but it probably had to be a freaking null session. Not null. Void session, yeah. Or whatever dumb name had post John Crocker. Post scratch. Yeah, it was pop-up. Pop-up. This is something that people use for Grandpa. We don't live in a timeline with a fleshed out Spurb RPG with a crafting system. We are in the bad timeline. I mean, if there are 2 tabletop systems based on Spurb, so that exists. And there is actually another person that is trying to make like a different project other than the Genesis project and Mindstuck that just trying to do that in video game form. I don't remember what it's called though. There are videos of them trying to figure out the alchemy system though. The fact HIC considered human reproduction too disgusting, she abolished it altogether, the ultimate asexual. That's a really funny thought. We needed Dad Egbert to speak more. I really like the little amount we see of his typing style. Well, writing style on his notes and typing style on Serious Business. Absolutely, you're absolutely correct. You are correct, but I'd say once more, Dad Crocker is like one of the few people that I'm actually really satisfied with in terms of what they did with his character in Act 6. Like one of the few characters that I am actually satisfied with where he went. Y'all do what with your what? Sex abolished. Heads up, if anyone ever plays Spurb with me, just want to remind you I am a Knight of Light, we'd be effed up from the get-go, okay. Worry not, as a Lord of Light perhaps I could nullify that effect. Yes, Lord of Light, I am not kidding, that's so funny. Of course both of you are freaking Light players, of course. Like, why am I not surprised? Okay. Slick is in the hospital bed. Next time. Okay. This is looking like 2 more streams to me. Two more of these.
Yeah, 2 more sounds good. Sounds true.
Remember when I wanted to make a tier list? Maybe I'll still do, but probably after I already play some of the games. Maybe actually after I play some of the games so that I can include game characters in a tier list. Maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. After all the games, you make a super complete tier list.
Mm-hmm. And I'll try and just so that I can actually be more critical, I'll separate the S tier into different sub tiers of S tier because there are way too many characters in S tier.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody for sticking around. Thank you everybody for enjoying my discussion. If you're still here, drop a like. Takes a short bit and it helps. I don't have a question of the day right now. I'll think of something. So I always say this, right? That the fact that Act 6 is just considered all of it one act as Act 6 always kind of harms it because people always say it's the worst act yet because yes, it has some of the best parts and some of the worst parts of the comic because of that. But in general about Act 6, what's in your eyes like a really good redeeming quality about Act 6? In your eyes, what's like the biggest redeeming quality about Act 6? Because in general it's good, but a lot of people don't have that charitable of a view of it. So if you were to like argue, okay, no, but Act 6 is good because of, what would that be? That's my question of the day. You can answer it if you want. You can write something else if you don't want. You can like, you can subscribe if you're new, if there is anybody new. And thank you for hearing me up. We'll be here for probably 2 more streams and then Homestuck games. Okay, thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.